It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJShow to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Alrighty, hello and welcome to the KVJ Show. Good morning, y'all.
Driving back to Texas.
I know that move.
Yeah, Virginia is a road warrior. I can't even believe how much you drive. What was that round trip when you went to go see your grandma in Kentucky
I think
last
it's like
week?
27 or 28 hours round trip. I went and I was with grandma for basically 30 hours and then drove back.
And you were by yourself?
Yep. It's kind of nice. It was kind of nice. I can't lie. I got to stop where I wanted to stop. I got to eat what I wanted to eat. I didn't have to cater to anybody's needs. My music, my podcasts.
Right.
You start to get weird, though, with your thoughts about, 14 hours of driving in.
Dude, I've been weird.
But you get extra weird. I know, at least I do.
And you love it, huh?
Well, I love the freedom of just being able to go and I don't have the fear of, oh my gosh, I'm at the whim of these airports because PBI is lovely, but New Orleans is terrible and Nashville is terrible. And those are the two airports that I fly into the most.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, getting into them is fine. Easy breezy out of PBI. But then if you have to fly back home through Nashville or New Orleans, you could be standing in a 5-hour wait right now. It is real. They are still not paying the TSA agents.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy what's going on. Yeah, if you're trying to or you have to fly right now, I feel for you because it's crazy and it's getting crazier.
It's not fixing itself.
Well, it's why my dad drove. My dad will usually fly. He's like, you know what? He goes, I don't think I'm flying anymore. I'm just going to take my car.
You know what? I mean, if you have to make a decision, be at peace with it because who wants to stand in a 5-hour line in Nashville with everybody hung over from partying?
Yeah.
Ugh.
They had a guy on the news. He got to the airport 4 hours early and still missed his flight.
Wow.
How about that? How frustrated would you be if you got there 4 hours early and you still could not get to your plane? It took 4 hours to get from that front door just to where your plane is. 4 hours was not enough time.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. But then you drive, gas is $1 more a gallon. So it's going to cost you there, too. There's just no way good to travel.
Yeah, it's a rough time right now.
Yeah, the head of the Transportation Security Administration is warning that some U.S. airports could be forced to shut down.
Whoa.
If the ongoing funding standoff in Washington drags on. And the one thing that is happening right now that I just think is a non-negotiable, I think, it's one of those issues where I think people from all parties and all Americans would agree that if the government shuts down, the first group of people that do not get paychecks is the ones who cannot vote on an agreement. They do not make any money. They are the first people to stop making money when they shut the government down. They should not receive any perks, any cash, anything. It should hurt them a lot to say, hey, we have to make some compromises because my family is suffering like everybody else's family is suffering.
Why isn't it already like that?
I don't know. It's one of those, to me, it just seems like an absolute no-brainer. I don't know why you wouldn't go there.
The people need to rise up.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous that the lawmakers still get paid and they're being inefficient in their ability to make a law.
Yeah, I agree. To me, it seems like an easy thing to do. Officials are saying that smaller airports would likely be the first affected if conditions worsen. So if there's going to be any shutdowns, the smaller your airport, it might be the better chance you're not going to be flying out of it.
Like they would shut down the small ones and then send those TSA agents to the big ones?
They didn't expand on that, but they just said that the small airports, for whatever reason, would be the first affected. They didn't say what they do to remedy it.
These people haven't been paid since February.
Right.
They're not going to take, say, if you work at PBI, and they shut that airport down, they're not going to drive to Fort Lauderdale to go be a TSA agent and help down there.
Right.
Where's the gas money coming from? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
What does happen if you're not able to get any kind of flight whatsoever? I mean, do you go with the train? Do you just have to find another mode?
I guess so. I don't know. I mean, this is kind of like uncharted territory for all of us. We're just like, what's going on?
And without even not even talking about travel problems, does it affect just, I don't know, the behind the scenes of, I don't know, life, the economy? Does it shut everything down? Is there a ripple effect, I guess?
I think there's a ripple effect to everything.
Yeah, DeSantis, our governor, was at Palm Beach Atlantic last night, and he was speaking to that, saying that the rise in gas prices will affect the cost of everything. So it's going to make everything more miserable until they get some stuff figured out. Yeah, crazy, huh?
Come on, lawmakers.
Yeah. And Elon Musk, who wanted to cover TSA salaries during the partial government shutdown, has been rebuked by the White House. They said, nah, we're good.
Why?
So, I think there's already some rules on the books that you can't have private citizens paying government roles. So I think there's some stuff that goes on with that. So there's just a lot of stuff that they probably should look at. These are odd times, so sometimes you have to do odd measures.
So the lawmakers are still getting paid while they can't make laws, and some rich guy wants to pay all the poor people that have been working without a paycheck since February, and we can't do that.
Madness.
Yeah. If you say it out loud, you're like, what is this country becoming?
Yeah, it is. It is odd. It would be nice if we had better politicians.
Or just sensibility.
Sure, I agree. Yeah, that's why neither party is very sensible anymore.
Common sense.
Yeah, we're all paying the price for it, unfortunately. So, best of luck if you're traveling by car today, like Jbird's dad. Best of luck if you're trying to go by plane.
We praying for all of y'all.
Maybe train is the best thing. Brightline's like, woohoo. And their numbers have been going up. More people are going by Brightline. So
have their prices.
Yeah, you're going to pay for it one way or the other. Virginia had to leave before the After the Show podcast that we do after the regular show yesterday. It was a very big day in her husband's life, and she wanted to be there for it. He is now an official member of the Martin County Sheriff's Department, and he got himself, I guess, a little badge. He got himself a car, all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of wild that I'm kind of married to a cop light.
I know. It's going to be really tough when he has to arrest you for getting unruly.
Yeah.
Are they going to give you handcuffs, Panda?
Do they give him handcuffs?
Not yet.
Does he have to go through training for all that?
Yeah, so he can if he wants to. And some of his coworkers are encouraging him to do it. Because they're like, look, if you do it, it's just better. You can carry a gun. Your family's going to be safer. And he likes the idea of, keeping his family safe.
Now, explain how that makes his family safer. What are they saying? What does that entail?
So if you become a real officer, you can carry a gun, and then you're a real, like, a sheriff's officer.
So they're saying having the gun would make the family safer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he required to grow a mustache?
He can if he wants to. They don't do beards.
They don't.
But
wow.
you can do a mustache. And I asked him last night, I'm like, are you going to bring the mustache back? And he's like, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I think he needs, if he gets the whole get up, the badge, the gun, all of the treats, he's got to grow a cop mustache.
Any idea why they don't allow a beard, but they allow a mustache?
I think it's just, the mentality of, facial hair is not clean cut. And they want their officers to be clean cut.
And it's probably different for each agency, because I've seen police officers with beards before.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It's like the Yankees. They have their own policy on that team. You can't grow a mustache. You can grow a beard, but not a mustache. No, you can't grow a beard. You can grow a mustache.
Yeah, that's what it is.
For the same reason. That's how the golf course I worked at was.
Okay.
You could have a mustache, but you weren't allowed to have a beard. You go, what?
That is kind of odd, yeah. I wonder what the rationale is on that.
I've never understood that.
Okay, so he's on there. It's going to be good things for the whole family.
Yeah, I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him because he left a job that he liked, that he was happy at, where he was working with friends. It was very safe.
Yeah.
And I was kind of pushing him to do this, and he didn't know that he wanted to do it at first, but now that he's done it and he's getting to flex his creative muscle, he's helping them create this video portfolio. And he's helping them with their podcast. He's helping them.
Do a podcast. What is their podcast about?
It's called Wrong Exit.
Okay.
Because it's like a whole thing of like, if you got off here at our exit in Martin County, you took the wrong exit if you're looking to come commit crime here.
It's basically a PSA of don't mess with us.
Exactly.
Is this kind of the flex that every South or Florida sheriff does for their county? They kind of want to make it sound intimidating, like do not come here and start acting a fool.
I think it's a great hashtag, wrong exit, because it kind of says, don't come here and try to rob us because we are ready for you.
Okay. Does the sheriff say anything about how many bullets they got and all that kind of stuff like they do in Polk County?
No, he doesn't speak like that.
He doesn't do the Sheriff Grady Judd stuff?
No. But they do a podcast and they do, their social media, they're stepping up and they're just informing the citizens of what their tax money is going to, which I think is a good thing. But then Panda gets to do it creatively with his cinematic eye.
Right.
They should have Kev on there every now and then to do a segment of the Whacked Out News, Palm Beach County style, or no, Martin County style. He's in Martin County. Yeah.
He's Martin County. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the Whacked Out News are people that have been arrested. So it could totally be a feature.
I'm not sure they want to celebrate all those stories, though. It's probably something they're trying to get away from. Well, that's cool. Good for him.
Yeah, I'm very happy for him. He is just proud of himself. He's walking around with his shoulders back, and he's like, yeah, this is awesome.
Did he get any special perks last night? Any special dinner or anything like that for such a triumphant day?
We're going to do that this weekend. We're going to celebrate tonight. I was a little bit too crazy yesterday. So tonight we'll do a little celebration, a little family party.
Nice. Good for him.
Rocco is over the moon.
Is he?
He can't believe his dad is picking up an unmarked police car today.
Pretty cool, isn't
and
it?
now we have an unmarked police car.
Yeah.
Rocco's like mind blown.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I can see a little kid being pretty excited about that.
He's like, Dad, when can I go back with you to the office? Dad. He wanted to skip school so bad.
Is it a car that kind of looks like a cop car,
Yeah.
but just without any decals on it?
It's an unmarked police cop car.
Is it enough to make me nervous if it's behind me?
Yes.
Okay, all right. There's always those cars where you think it's a regular civilian, but you go, I don't know, is that undercover? It kind of looks undercover to me. Mind my P's and Q's.
Well, I was driving yesterday to go to the whole swear-in ceremony. It wasn't just Panda. It was all the new officers, the corrections officers. Like, there was a bunch of people in there getting sworn in. And as I'm driving there, I'm like, oh, my gosh, there's so many cops. There was a cop behind me, a cop in front of me. I'm like, what the heck's going on? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm 1 block from the police station.
Well, I've just heard cops get interviewed a lot when they're doing a documentary. And I've heard so many of them say, we are trained to observe everything. When we walk into a room, we are observing. It's just the way the mind works in that field.
Their head's on a swivel, and they're just looking. It's like, it's a different way to move through life.
But do you do that at home too? When you walk in the kitchen to get a sandwich, are you observing every corner? And when you open the fridge, you're like, let me just double check here. Is it with every decision you make?
I think it's probably with, are you talking about the cops and what they judge? I think it's more like people in risky situations. I don't think that it's condiments. Be my guess.
Unless you have risky condiments.
That's true. You never know. Yeah, one could be old, could take you out.
Expired.
Yeah, you're right. You got to be on that. Well, don't you dread a lot of times having to go at these problems and tackle them head on? Jbird's got a different strategy here. Instead of like running right at them, he just kind of sachets, shantays, just kind of dodges them as they come at him. And then, you know what? Just whatever happens, happens then. It's kind of like a bullfighter in the ring, right? And the problem is the bull, and he's got the cape, and he's like, voila, ole. And then there it goes. Just kind of goes running right by him.
Can't get me.
Yes. Now, there are a couple things that, Jbird, you say you're avoiding right now. You said that you got to tell somebody that you can't go to their wedding.
Yeah, there's things you just don't want to deal with because I know when I say I can't go, it's going to be a thing, and it's going to be a long thing, and I'm going to have to deal with it.
How's these people's attitude on an open bar? Do they have a good bar?
I can't go because of a date conflict. I'm not able to do it. And they are like, oh, you cannot change this. I'm like, no, I really can't. And I know that they're going to it's going to be a problem. It's going to be annoying. I don't want to deal with it. You ever have that? You go,
Oh, yeah.
I just do not want to deal with this right now. I want to deal with it when I'm ready to deal with it. I'm right to deal with it.
I mean, what you could do is you could RSVP yes, and then right before the wedding get sick.
Okay.
No one wants COVID guy to come to their wedding reception.
So lie and then back out.
But first say it on the radio.
Yeah, no, this is a great plan. What a caper. I love it.
Wow, okay. So then you really kind of inconvenience them, and then they have a legitimate reason to be upset with you? So create a real problem where one doesn't exist. Okay.
I mean, honesty might work. Hey, I already have a prior obligation, but I could lie. Make it worse. I like that.
Yeah, it makes it more exciting, doesn't it? You know, I always wondered that when I was watching these TV shows, and if people were just honest and upfront, there would be so many TV show plot lines that would just fall apart because the whole storyline would be over.
Yes, well, you could do that with a lot of shows and movies. They go, if they just fix the problem right here, this is an 11-minute movie.
Absolutely, yeah. There wouldn't be anything else going on. You say you got to also cancel a service, too, by phone.
Have you ever had that where you've tried to cancel something, you've been on the phone I've called them twice. The first time I was on there for 40 minutes. The second time, 50 minutes. Both times, issue did not get resolved. Second time, they actually hung up on me.
That happened to me too.
And I don't have the heart to go through that again. I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know what you can do? You can you can hire somebody and pay them to do it.
Yeah, believe me, I've already thought about outsourcing this because it's burned me twice. It's something that I need to do.
I do know some high school kids right now that are trying to get some extra scratch before they go off to college in the fall. I can totally get you an intern for $15 an hour who will do that.
Well, I feel like when you try to cancel a service, they know what they're doing. They throw their defense on you, and they try to make you jump through every fiery hole you could go through. Jump through, I don't know, go through, I don't know. I'm a mess over here.
Pumping fiery holes does not sound safe.
No, it does not.
Do not do that this weekend.
You got a problem with your debit card.
Odd problem. It says my debit card expires when I call my bank, they say your debit card expires in the year 2029. But on my debit card, it says it expires in a month. So I called them twice and said, well, what's going on? I don't understand. And they still don't. They haven't really understood or explained why my card isn't going to work. I have other companies saying your card's about to expire, but when I call my bank, they say, no, it expires in 2029. What are you talking about? I don't want to deal with that. I know.
You might have to go in there with the physical card, slap it down on the counter, and say, "Fix this, B."
Yeah, that's where we're at.
That's where you're at on that one.
No, I've already accepted. I'm going there today.
Aw.
Well, because you can't avoid. You have to deal with it.
You want me to go with you? We'll get drinks. We'll get an Uber.
Let's get some meals.
And how are the trees in your backyard going?
Overwhelming.
Okay.
We gotta get a wall of trees out there because I got them new neighbors, and I know we can see each other in our yards.
You got to get a arborist.
Yeah, well, when I look at my dinosaur garden through my window, if I was them, it would look like I'm looking through their window, and I don't want that creepiness. I don't want that stank on me. I gotta get trees.
It's so weird how your backyard slopes down and the people's house is like beneath you.
Yeah.
But you can see them and they can see you crystal clear.
It is so bizarre.
Who did this?
You can lock eyes with your neighbor window to window, and I don't like that feeling.
You need somebody to come out and fix your land.
I don't like when I lock eyes. I did that with my lawn guy the other day. I looked out 3 different times, and all 3 times he was right by the window. We both locked eyes with each other, and I didn't even know he was by the window.
Yeah.
It was uncomfortable.
It is kind of awkward, yeah. It's a weird thing to have happen. Yeah. Well, there you go. It's an interesting life strategy.
But you got to deal with them. You just don't want to.
Yeah. So what do? You just kind of give it a little bit of time and wait till the problems become really drastic, and then you have to deal with them?
Well, a lot of them. So what I'll do with this, I'll pick the number one that has to get done first. The wedding one's the least pressing because the wedding's not for a little bit of time. So I got a little bit of momentum on that one. I can get ahead of it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To me, what I do is I always kind of mirror what my energy level is with the problem I want to take on. And I try to always recognize, be like, I don't have enough energy and focus right now to deal with that one. That's a big one. Like, that's one I got to deal with first thing in the morning when I'm fresh and frisky and I'm going to have to fight with somebody on the phone.
That's just it. I know mentally it's my first week back. I'm a little tired. I know I need to be sharp when I'm talking to the wedding person. I can't be.
Do you have to talk to the bride or the groom?
I mean, honestly, I could talk to either one of them.
Oh, yeah. You're friends with both of them.
It's just,
she's not going to underend. He might.
No, I don't think either one of them's going to understand.
She's going to take it personal.
They both are. That's why I'm dreading this.
It's kind of rough. Could you imagine this? You getting the boot from Amazon? That would be kind of rough when you think about it. It's what, like one of the largest shopping platforms that we have on planet Earth right now? That would be very inconvenient. I don't think I would love that.
What are people doing?
Well, here's what this one dude, I always see this guy. He's typically on the ABC channels, and his name is, I think it's something Rosen. And he has some pretty good consumer information. Here's what he is saying about it.
Amazon is banning accounts at record numbers right now for a lot of different reasons, but there's one big one, and that is your rate of returns. How often you return things. Are you abusing Amazon's return policy? So what is actually happening behind the scenes at Amazon when you return items?
According to a former Amazon manager, the company terminates accounts for behaviors including requesting too many refunds, sending back the wrong items, or violating other rules, such as trying to sell copyrighted material. Cases are usually reviewed by a person after algorithms flag the user account activity as suspicious. Shoppers also are more likely to get flagged if they mark unusual reasons for their returns. For example, an account could get flagged if a customer says an item didn't arrive as described when the other 99% of customers who made the return did so just because they didn't want it. A former senior manager at Amazon stated that if a customer's behavior consistently deviates from the norm, they are not the kind of customer Amazon wants.
They're not just watching you, they're watching other people who've ordered the same thing, and their algorithm, their AI, has established a pattern of exactly what the return reason usually is. And if you're out there in left field, my box was damaged, but no one else's was. Even on that same run, that is a red flag.
Wow. So basically, if you're a pain in the behind and are trying to take advantage of the system and you're exhausting their resources by complaining, returning things, then they'll be like, you know what, not worth it. And boom, you get the boot.
What if you keep returning the wrong items they're sending you? Do you get penalized for that?
Yeah, I don't think they want anybody that's going to be a moron or anybody that's going to take them too much effort. And if that's the case, they're like, you're not worth it, man.
Because I will say, I mean, I go through Amazon a lot, and within the last 2 or 3 months, I've noticed a little bit of a slipping, wrong packages and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's definitely because I think a lot of companies grow so fast, but that quality control is hard to really maintain. I've done the same thing. I've ordered hair ties, and then sticky notes show up, and you're like, what? And
they got Amazon drivers driving in regular cars now, so you think, yeah, you have no idea who's pulling up to your house. You think you're about to get capped, and you're like, what the heck is going on here? Who is this? Here's your package, sir.
And it's wrong.
Yeah, and it's wrong.
You know, the one thing I will say for this, and I'm sure for most cases with Amazon, they're probably right to do this because we have heard many stories of people that are abusing the system, and I understand it. If somebody is just such a drain on your resources that you are losing money on this client, clearly, as a good business, you don't want to do that. So I could see that. But the other problem that I'm having right now, and a lot of it has to do with our YouTube issues. Algorithms flag you for things, and then they don't properly explain why you were flagged, and then you can't get a hold of somebody really getting any kind of resolution. Man, when you get that bot run around, you talk about Jbird dodging problems, it's almost like bots are experts sometimes and just putting you into tech rage and not really ever solving your problem.
You are right, because bots don't care about your feelings.
And there's going to be a percentage of people that are going to get the boot from Amazon. They'll be like, you're never ordering from us again. You're like, no, this isn't, you guys have been the problem. I'm not the problem on this.
You say bots don't care about your feelings, but that Chat GPT robot kind of acts like they do, and I think that's screwing people up.
That's how they trick you.
That is how they trick you.
Yeah, so it's just kind of a wild thing, but it might be something to at least consider if you're one of those people that you're almost proud of yourself, and some people are.
Yes. I play the system.
Yes.
I return half the stuff I get. You've been flagged.
And there are people that are trying to scam the system based on those kind of things. Man, oh man, there are so many little scams that are going on right now with what people are doing. It's pretty wild that, you may think that you're getting away with it, but eventually they do kind of track you down. They can figure it out.
And it's karma, what you throw out in the world, you eventually get back. If you're just out there hustling all day trying to scam people,
yeah,
it's bad energy.
Well, and with the technology the way it is, there are a lot of people that are finding new creative ways to scam. In fact, I thought this was odd, brilliant, yet it was something that, again, got uncovered. This guy named Michael Smith from North Carolina, he had this little conspiracy where he looked at the AI music that was being created, and he generated hundreds of thousands of fake songs using AI. Then he deployed bots across thousands of accounts to stream them billions of times on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, and YouTube Music. And then what happened is you start getting streaming fees for all that. So he created basically bunk music. He created then fake accounts. And then he was also jacking their algorithms too, because they're responsible for trying to keep legitimate song streaming numbers. You got Taylor Swift and all this kind of stuff, and they're keeping streaming records. And here you got a guy from North Carolina that's jacking the entire system with fake AI music, and he's using accounts to promote that. And then he is making a little bit of money. In fact, you only get pennies basically on the dollar when it comes to stuff like that. But with those accounts with 636 streams daily, he totaled 661,440 streams per day and was making $3,307 every single day with this Spotify scam that he had.
$3,000 a day?
$3,000 a day.
Oh, we're in the money.
Some people are even kind of calling out YouTube with a lot of their channels now, because what some channels do, they rip someone else's content, then they run it through an AI filter, and it's an AI narrator, so it's someone else's content. It's not even a human being saying it, and then they're getting all that money from those views, and you can always tell, because it's like Justin Bieber is over here with Haley Bieber. You're like, oh, is this AI?
Right.
They're not even getting the names right, but it's not even their content.
This dude in North Carolina made $8 million.
Oh, my gosh.
$8 million. And now he's looking at 5 years in prison.
Whoa.
Because of it. But again, it goes to show you what a creative new scam using bots, AI, and all that kind of stuff to job the system. But they eventually seem to find a way to track you down. And you can get some serious prison sentences, obviously.
So he'll get 5 years for $8 million, and then he'll do maybe half of it and be out with good behavior. Do you think that's a good fair trade?
I don't know. They probably are going to get restitution on that money. So, yeah, they're not going to let you keep $8 million. I mean, that's not how the system works. It's not like, good job, dude. Do 2 years. I mean, so a lot of people would be like, if I could do 2 years for $8 million, I'd be like, okay.
Sign me up.
Yeah. That doesn't work that way.
I'm going to run this prison.
Yeah, you don't get to keep the money on top of it. So, like, good job, dude. But, 2 years is going to cost you.
And I'm not trying to be a paranoid, conspiracy theorist over here, but you're talking about bots and kind of padding numbers. Would it really surprise you to find out that some of these artists that are popular pay for bots to, you see all these records, Drake did this and Bieber did that?
It wouldn't surprise me at all if even like local influencers were paying for numbers.
If there's a way to manipulate the system, there's going to be a good amount of people who take advantage of that.
As soon as you let humans get involved in something, somebody's going to manipulate something.
They always go, Drake's got the most downloads of all time. He's bigger than the Beatles. Slow down. Let's really break this conversation down here.
Okay, tough one for you, Virginia. Would you rather have my beady eyes or Jbird's butt chin?
Okay.
What do you think?
At first I was like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. But then I started thinking about it some more. Like, yeah, you're right. I can put on sunglasses, which I love.
Yeah.
Sunglasses hide so many crow's feet.
Okay. So what are you thinking? You thinking the beady eyes?
Let me see that chin. You hide it a lot with a beard. And you talk about your butt chin, but I don't think it's that bad. I mean, it's not like you have a full Peter Griffin.
I got when I clean shave, I have a really bad scar up on my chin area that goes into the butt area of the chin.
Sexy.
Well, yeah. So it looks a little, it's banged up a little bit, but I mean, what are you going to do? I can't get a new chin.
Yeah, it's true. I can't get new eyes.
I guess you could get a new chin technically.
You could. It'd be easier to get a new chin than to get new eyes.
You're right. You're kind of stuck with the eyes you got.
I already kind of have beady eyes, so I think I'm going to go beady eyes and just wear sunglasses.
Really?
Because I can't grow a beard.
Yeah, you have to go full on butt.
Okay. Well, right now, 54% of people said that they would rather have Jbird's butt chin over my beady eyes.
But it's close. It's really half and half.
Yeah. Okay, so what about this one for you, Jbird? Would you rather have Virginia's ability to drink or Denny's ability to know when somebody is high?
I kind of already know when people are high. Virginia kind of fascinates me.
My peg leg get you?
Yeah, I think Virginia, because it is remarkable. Although I'm not drinking as much as I used to, so I don't know if I need that power. But yeah, I would think I would want that.
Yeah, to me, it's just Virginia's ability to keep powering on. And
yeah.
It doesn't seem like anything takes her down.
I'm a warrior.
It's not even the drinking that I would admire. It's how you're able to get back up and do it again and again and again and again, and then do a 3-day road trip.
This weekend, it's Mom's weekend at FSU.
Oh, wow.
So many keg stands, so little time.
Yeah, you said you're actually going to be cutting a few LBs just so you can do better keg stands.
Yeah, when you feel chubby, you're not as good on the keg stand. So yeah, I've been dieting the past day and today and tomorrow, so I can just do a better keg stand.
That's got to be just for women, because I knew some chubby guys who could do unbelievable keg stands.
Okay, right now it is pretty overwhelming. 83% of people would rather have Virginia's ability to drink than Denny's ability to know when somebody is high.
Don't you kind of know when someone's high for the most part?
Yeah.
They give some clues.
We're talking to you, Justin Timberlake, in that DUI video.
The reason why I might go with Denny's ability is I think some people are kind of low-key, and it's a lot easier now to take marijuana. Before, in the old days, you have to go smoke it somewhere. But I have a friend who knows something about this that was showing me that you can get it in pill form, little tablets, you've got tinctures, you got all this kind of stuff. So really anybody can easily be consuming some kind of THC or marijuana in very covert ways without smelling like a skunk.
No, and you bring up a good point. There are some people who really can handle their THC, and you would never know that they would come off normal. Not everyone's like, whoa, man, I can't believe this stuff. Well, some people really you would never know.
And I could see being in a situation where somebody's a little off and maybe they're doing things a bit wrong and you're getting a little suspect. Be like, are they high? Like, you would have to be high to be making these kind of mistakes. I wish I knew if they were. And I could see maybe wanting that ability that you'd be like going, dude, I know you're high, but I'm not high. Be like, I know you're high.
I've got the power.
That's right. I have this power. Can't shake me.
This power that is really not that powerful.
It's really kind of useless.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
I can't monetize it.
Great. Yeah.
Both of them are great power.
Yeah.
Both of them aren't great.
Yeah. Okay, would you rather win $50,000 or let your best friend win $500,000 and they don't plan on sharing?
Well, that's pretty easy. They don't plan on sharing?
Nope. They get $500K and you're happy for them that they've got all that kind of money. And maybe, they might buy a round here and there, but for the most part, they're not going to be carving you off $50K, so you're not going to make that kind of money.
Well, I feel like my best friend would, so it's defying logic.
Yeah, does my best friend know that I did this for them, that I picked the right answer, or is that not part of the game? Am I cheating the game?
Yeah, they don't know. It's just kind of the way it goes. And so, you're basically happy for them. And look, they need every penny of it. And so that's why they can't cut you off of $50K. So you're not going to wind up with a windfall of money that way by choosing them. It's just either do you have $50K in your bank account or do they have $500K? And maybe you can share in some of the good times. They might take you somewhere.
Oh, please, may I have the scraps?
Yeah.
Please buy me a meal.
I think I'm going to have to go the $500K just because of the impact. And I can think of a few of my besties that really need it. That money would change their lives and allow them to be in better situations.
And that's what it would be about.
I have to go with the 500. As much as it pains me not to take the 50, that 500's too big, dog.
And if we're talking best friend, if it's your best friend, they're probably gonna, they're probably cool because they're your best friend. I'd imagine.
Yeah.
If they got the money, we're gonna have some good times.
Well, my question is, let's say, for instance, your best friend, they get an inheritance of $500,000. How much money do you think they would write off for you? Do you think they would give you any money? And if so, how much would that be?
I don't know if they're like writing me a check, but They are going to take me along on all the adventures. I know this for a fact. And I'm thinking about 3 different best friends because I have multiple best friends.
Okay.
3 of them would absolutely bring me on the adventures and the trips. And to me, that right there is worth more than 50 grand.
Or let's say
you've changed their life and you still get to be involved.
Yeah, let's say your friend's got medical issues or they got medical and they pay for your medical issue. I mean, that's all money still. It's just,
Amen.
It's not a check being written out to you.
I swear every day they've got some kind of new term that is out there, and it's kind of confusing because, you know, if you got any kind of trendy friends that are always trying to stay up on the latest stuff and they're throwing these words out there, and you're like, I don't understand what's going on. What are you talking about?
That's why we have you, Kev. You are trendy word Kev.
Okay. Well,
Keep us up.
I'm trying, but let me tell you, every single day there's something new going on, and some of the latest stuff that they've thrown at us is this new term called soft socializing. What is soft socializing?
We're spending more time doing tactile, analog hobbies together. Eventbrite's latest social study report, where this trend is from, proves it. Flower arranging is up 280%. Both puzzle competitions and music bingo are up 150%. Communities all over are going all in on communal experiences. The Nooks reading hours, Counterculture's coffee tastings, and Miami Ironside's game nights. Whatever it is, we're expanding our leisure time from eating, drinking, and partying to gathering over interests. It's indoor recess all over again. It's going to be all the rage this year because we've realized that socializing over interests is curation. There's a higher chance you'll find your people here than out in the wild.
Yeah, it really is just kind of the ongoing trend. I don't know that we needed a term for it, but it is the ongoing trend that we're seeing where people are not hanging in bars as much and doing maybe some of the club and nightlife stuff that older generations used to do when they're in their 20s. Now they're picking out almost kind of like granny activities. We've heard about that, whether it be doing planting flowers or whether you're knitting or something like that. You're just doing them now in your own little group.
I want to do this idea that sounds so granny. Would you come to this?
Yes, I would.
Plant bingo. So I know like this guy who runs a very big horticulture business. What if I got him to just take over this bar and put like 80 plants in it, and then we do bingo, but if you get bingo, you get to pick a plant. Wouldn't that be fun? Everybody leaves with a plant.
Okay, what do you think, Bird?
It's in a bar.
You loving this idea?
I want to know if Virginia is high. You can't be smoking stuff. Your husband's a cop now.
I swear I'm so
Plant bingo. I am so sorry. Maybe I am dumb and I don't understand what's going on. Plant bingo.
When you get bingo, you know, you yell bingo.
Yeah.
You get to walk up to the front and pick one of these amazing plants. There's like 50 gorgeous plants up there, and you get to go up there and pick your favorite.
As a prize?
As a prize till all the plants are gone. It's in a bar, so you're drinking too. But the prize is plants.
I'm going to ask Kevin. Kevin, what do you think about this idea?
I don't know that I would show, but
Do you understand this?
Plant bingo. I love plants so much.
she keeps saying it, but it doesn't sound like it's sinking in anymore.
I'll tell you what, plant bingo makes me really, really admire Name That Nut. It shines up Name That Nut.
Oh, don't worry. The ideas are going to get worse.
Well, now I'm curious about, honestly, how bad plant bingo is. We got to do it now. It sounds like a lot of work.
Could be, yeah.
No, it's so easy.
It is? Okay.
Oh my gosh, I already have the bingo set.
Yeah.
All I need is just the plants and the place to do it. It's
Okay.
got to be in a bar because you know I'm not going unless there's drinking.
Right, okay.
I wish we were on the After the Show podcast because I have a question I'd love to ask you, but I can't ask it right now.
Save it, write it down, and ask me on the ATS.
It's very blunt.
Now, the other thing we were talking about here is the friction maxxing. What exactly is the friction maxxing? They say it is a growing trend where people intentionally make life less convenient to push back against overly easy tech-driven living. So it's kind of like adding small inconveniences like doing tasks manually or avoiding AI shortcuts or choosing slower options, all to build tolerance for discomfort and stay engaged in real life. It's almost what we were talking about yesterday on the After the Show that you missed, but we were talking about some people realizing that what happens is when you are so reliant on technology and that technology is then not reliable and it doesn't work for you, what do? Everything from there was a car company that's getting sued because they had a malfunction and they got hacked and the 1,000 people that use their service could not operate their cars. And I thought about that. And I thought, what if somebody hacked Tesla and got all the way in there and just shut off every Tesla car and held the whole thing for ransom to say, unless you give me, Elon, $100 billion or whatever it might be that you can afford, I'm not going to turn your Teslas back on.
Dang, is that possible?
I think anything's possible. Absolutely. With quantum computers, if somebody got their hands on that and they could crack it.
Anything is possible, including plant bingo. By the way, our chat room loves the idea.
They do. Okay.
You know what you can't shut down with a cyber attack? Plant bingo.
Well, now I'm all jacked up to play plant bingo.
Okay. All you need is one, Kevin.
Y'all turned me.
I got one.
Mm-hmm. And I did see that there are these people that are trying to stay away from their smart devices, saying that their brain is so scrambled. And what made me laugh about this is I was watching the news this morning, and there was this couple that was showing how they would put their phones away and lock them, and then they ran a clock to, they would make sure that they didn't do any kind of high-tech stuff for this amount of time. But the whole thing was they did keep one phone out to record everything so that they could get clicks and likes. I'm like, are you in a sense really doing what you're saying, trying to stay away from technology to scramble your brain, yet you're documenting the entire thing and then posting it up on social media?
You're an ironic oxymoron.
Yeah, I kind of thought, I'm not really sure you're doing what you're trying to make an example of as you do this.
It's kind of amazing, though.
But some people are trying to dodge some of the tech to improve their focus, critical thinking, and emotional resilience, they say. Plus, it builds confidence and problem-solving skills that we are giving up to the computers, and our brains themselves are not functioning the way that older generations' brains did.
You're right. Mm-hmm. We are changing our own brains, and we're letting people manipulate them that don't have our best interest at heart.
Yes.
You got to take back the power.
So some of the examples, if you're doing friction maxing, it would be cooking instead of ordering.
Love it.
Dodging the conveniences. You're writing notes by hand.
Love it.
You are reading full articles instead of summaries.
Love it.
Don't love it.
Kevin's out.
Or meeting in person instead of just messaging. They say that's often what we do, is that we are, in a sense, giving up our close relationships because when we get a digital connection, we feel like that's as good as the real thing.
I don't love all these face-to-face meetings that could have been an email. Those are annoying.
But you probably like them with people that you might be friends with, or maybe you could become better friends if you just spent more time face-to-face, but you do that digital tag. I do that with a lot of people. I feel like, all right, I did what I need to do as a semi-friend by giving you a digital tag, and we don't ever see each other face-to-face.
But I think there's something to it when it comes to face-to-face meetings, especially if you do like the people you're meeting with.
Yeah.
I think that can be a productive thing.
You have to rate this person on a scale of 1 to 10. And if they score in your likability under a 7, I don't want to meet with them face-to-face.
Yeah, okay.
They can be an email person.
Well, some of these things it sounds like you do like. Now, some people are saying it's just kind of a rebrand of doing things the hard way. And kind of going back, but I am starting to see a little bit of a push. Yesterday, we were talking about some of the younger generations going back to analog and getting rid of the digital because you're realizing that maybe all these conveniences aren't making you a better human.
Yeah, because if you use AI for everything, including your creative tasks, your brain becomes dumber.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So take on friction maxing.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. Well, that bodyguard who made Jude Law's 11-year-old daughter cry in a hotel lobby in Brazil is now speaking out. Now we know who he was. Pascal Duvier says he is the bodyguard from the incident. Now, we haven't seen the incident. There's no video of the incident, so we don't know. But he's saying he was the guy. And now he's saying he doesn't work for the hotel. He doesn't work for Chapel Rowan. He says he was there working for somebody else and just inserted himself into this drama for some reason. Do we believe him?
He went rogue?
That's what he's saying.
I don't even fully understand what the heck he's talking about.
I don't fully understand why you would then insert yourself into this scenario if you didn't work for the hotel and you didn't work for Chapel and you were just there working for another celebrity, which is what he's claiming now.
Yeah, it doesn't make any kind of sense. Why would you jump into that? It's not your issue, not your business. So what are you doing messing around?
What are you doing messing around? And do we believe what you're saying? Now I'm just kind of over this story. And so there we go. I guess we're going to put it to rest.
We're punting?
We're done. We're annoyed. We're over it. We've seen this movie and we're changing the channel.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
All right.
Dukes of Hazzard star John Schneider is being sued by his ex-wife, who claims that he owes her millions of dollars. Now, they have a divorce settlement. They were supposed to split up the assets, but according to her and her attorneys, she says he has failed to properly pay what was agreed to and is court-ordered. She says he owes her $2.3 million, and now his attorneys and he are saying, oh, no, that's not right. That's not the number. So they have to go back to court. She has to pay more attorneys to go fight and get what she says is court-ordered and documented that he doesn't want to pay.
If you were on that show, Dukes of Hazzard, I think it was in the 70s, and you were a major star, and that's all you ever did with your life, can you still ride out in the sunset as a millionaire? Do you think you can make that much money off that show?
I think he invested his Dukes of Hazzard money. He didn't blow it. He was like, what's the kid from Silver Spoons that I loved?
Ricky Schroeder.
Ricky Schroeder. He invested too. Like, if you took your money and you put it into businesses that became profitable, I think you could ride that thing forever.
And a lot of people do what the wrestlers do, like old-timey wrestlers. They go to the conventions and they sign stuff, and I know they can make some cheddar doing that as well.
Yeah, you can. You totally can. And John Schneider still kind of looks good, too.
Oh, he does. You got, okay. He's giving you the vapors over there?
Like old man hot.
Okay.
So there you go. He's going to be in court fighting with his ex-wife.
What if he can still slide across the hood of a car?
I mean, he was born in 1960.
Okay.
All right.
He's 65.
He can still get it.
Okay, he's still got a little.
He can still get it. And finally, here, it's so funny that Shaquille O'Neal had to go on his podcast and address this. Shaq does a podcast called Big Podcast with Shaq. And I guess a lot of people on social media have been sharing some DMs that Sabrina Carpenter received. Now, Shaq is saying that was not me. It is viral stuff. It is dirty stuff. And Shaquille O'Neal had to address it, saying, I would never speak that way to anybody. There's a lot of lewd stuff in the text and in the DMs. But this one's kind of funny. This is one of the more, PG-13 ones that we could say, damn, baby, I would keep your farts in a cologne bottle and spray it on me every day.
Yeah, that is not Shaq. There is no way Shaq would do that.
Yeah.
I mean, what a pickup line.
No way.
Here he is talking about some of the other ones that came out as well.
Shaq, I would keep your farts in a cologne bottle and spray it on me every day. Just jokes. I'm Shaq's. What's your name, baby? And Sabrina says, I know who you are. You're way too famous to be sending me messages like that. Shaq, you're being rude for no reason. You can't handle Big Diesel anyway. Is that me or is that Cap? Yeah.
I definitely do not believe that is true.
Thank you. Yeah, that went viral.
Supposedly you DMing her?
Yes.
Social media is a dangerous game.
First of all, ladies, the Diesel got way more game than that.
Okay.
Yeah, the text definitely got filthier and describing stuff. And then you're like, all right, is that Shaq? I just think it's funny he has to address it because it is on fire on social media.
Okay.
But if that is I think it's fake. And if it is proven to be fake, because you never know. But that's dangerous. It's scary.
But if it's real, you can always say it's fake.
Well, I think there's a way to, if you really do a deep dive in an investigation, you could figure out if it's fake or not, but it's going to take a few days. It's going to take some time.
Yeah, it's fun fodder, and that's what's going on in your dirt.
We had no music festivals there for a hot minute, and now all of a sudden we got so many music festivals that are going on. It's absolutely kind of insane what's going on in West Palm Beach, Florida.
I think they figured out the formula. It needed a rebrand. everything needs a rebrand because South Florida loves the new shiny thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So rebranding in South Florida is smart. And going EDM was smart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's kind of odd. It's actually, and this being Miami Music Week and then Ultra coming up, it's kind of odd that you would see that. Typically, Miami seemed to have the claim to EDM, but now we've got two festivals that have happened here recently in South Florida that have been EDM based.
And they were huge.
Yeah, you got Diplo just is opening up his bar. In fact, they're doing the grand opening tonight at the Cowboy Bar.
You gonna go?
I think I am. I'm gonna go check it out.
Oh, EDM Kev?
On a Thursday.
Yeah, I know, right?
Y'all got Kev?
Well, they start at 5, so I'm like, I'm gonna go swing that. I'll be here from 5 to 5:45. Bed by 6, baby.
I love it.
Yeah. And now they've announced that there is going to be another music festival coming to South Florida with somebody that has had ties to Palm Beach County, Alan Jackson.
Oh.
Okay.
He filmed its 5 o'clock somewhere video there at the Square Grouper in Jupiter and had a house here, was always tootling his boat up and down the Intercoastal. And now he is the one that is apparently behind this 5 o'clock somewhere festival that is coming to the West Palm Beach waterfront on June 12th and 13th.
That's a good name for the festival.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Spend a laid-back day on the beach with Alan Jackson's 5 o'clock Somewhere Fest in West Palm Beach.
It's 5 o'clock.
June 12th and 13th, featuring Ella Langley.
In Texas, I can tell.
Old Dominion. Jimmy Buffett's Coral Reefer Band, plus many more. Get off the clock with a drink in your hand.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
That's a tight lineup right there.
Yeah, the Ella Langley's really hot in country right now. That Choosing Texas song that you're just a quick little snippet of, it's been one of the biggest tunes in country here for a hot minute.
She'll bring the young people. Alan will bring the old people. It's perfect.
It'll be great.
Alan's not playing.
He's not?
Never mind. Never mind. We're not very smart, Kevin.
Yeah.
I thought you said Alan Jackson's doing the whole thing.
We don't listen
He's
well either.
behind it.
Oh.
Yeah. Not performing, though. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's kind of his festival, but yeah, he's not going to be out there performing on Friday night.
You will trick stupid people like me that don't listen because they'll hear that and go, let's go. Alan's going to be there.
Yeah, look at the details. Because when I looked at the lineup, there's no Alan Jackson anywhere on it.
That's an important point.
It is an important point. It's Alan Jackson's 5 o'clock Somewhere festival with no Alan Jackson.
It is a little confusing, I will say.
Y'all better tell the people that because people like me will be pissed if I go to hear the Chattahoochee and there's no Chattahoochee.
You're right.
A lot of people don't read details. Believe me, I know.
Yes,
I'm one of them.
that is us.
Mm-hmm. You got on Friday night Ella Langley, you got Dylan Scott and Rodney Atkins. So, you got right now a country A-lister, and you got a couple of decent performers there as well. On Saturday, you got Old Dominion. They played Tortuga a couple years ago.
Okay.
Clint Black, who was a 90s country star.
Now we're talking.
No Time to Kill, Clint Black?
You're actually dressed like Clint Black today.
Oh, my God. Okay, now you got me.
Okay, and then Shenandoah, they had a couple country hits back in the 80s. So they've been around for a hot minute.
Shenandoah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We know Shenandoah.
Yeah.
Give us a taste.
Mm-hmm.
I know who that is. I'm not giving you no taste.
And then Jimmy Buffett's Coral Reefer Band. So good to see they still got a gig even without Jimmy. Now, tell me what you think about the ticket prices. The general admission prices start at $199 and they go to $272.
$199 per ticket?
With no Alan Jackson or Jimmy Buffett?
Well,
$199.
Jimmy's definitely not coming. Alan could make a cameo.
Okay.
No, I think he'll be there. No, Alan Jackson, or just his name?
Did just his name. I don't know. I don't know his plans or his intentions. Nobody that I have seen has said anything about what he's going to be. Is he going to be there or not?
I mean, if his name is on it, he'd be smart to do a cameo.
I would imagine he would. In fact, he might, I don't think he wasn't listed as one of the two hosts, so I didn't see anything about him doing it. I just see Alan Jackson's 5 o'clock Somewhere festival, but considering he has ties to the county, you would think maybe he would get himself on stage somehow.
What if Alan came in and did some of the Jimmy Buffett songs because Jimmy can't?
Maybe.
Oh, if he did a little cheeseburger in paradise as Alan Jackson, the place would go.
Well,
the place would go bat-ass.
I would imagine he would at least come out to do its 5 o'clock Somewhere with the Coral Reefer Band, considering that was one of their big hits that he'd have with Jimmy Buffett. So that would make the most sense.
If he paired that with a Margaritaville, that place would lose it.
That place would lose it. But if I pay $199 and there's never any Alan Jackson sprinkled in, even just a tiny bit,
right?
I'm sad.
Yeah. a lot of these music festivals, they love the VIP packages. That's what people go for. And you've got 3 different ranges, with the cheapest starting at $540, second tier $1,000, and if you go Yacht Club VIP, that starts at $2,000.
Golly.
Yes.
I'm not going.
$2,000, and I'm not.
That's VIP. Again, you can get in for the low price of $200 at your general admission if you choose to do that. It is going to be on the West Palm Beach waterfront, where they're doing a lot of stuff, and that is a great place, arguably, to do a show. And I don't know what the capacity is. I think they got 18,000 for the last show. I don't know what Bayfront Park is, where they do Ultra, but it'd be interesting to see how that compares.
So if it is waterfront, can we swim up like Scuba Steve and skip the $199 ticket fee?
They're pretty good at watching that. That's something that's been going on forever. So they,
Kev, why are you taking it seriously?
But you can't sit on a boat.
Okay.
People will do that, and they'll just listen and chill on a boat out there. You could absolutely do that. If you want to get your tickets, the presale starts at 9 a.m. today at 5 o'clock, somewherefest.com. Use the presale code SUNFEST to check it out. So still a lot of questions. We'll see. But
the code is SUNFEST?
It is. It's they're associated with it.
Okay, so it's all the SUNFEST people rebranding.
They're at least promoting it.
I think Kevin wants you to stop asking questions.
I'm curious. Sorry.
I'm just getting that sense.
I'm a journalist.
When I saw this, I was like, oh, no, nothing more with 6'7". I'm so over the 6'7". It's the 6'7" dating trend is what this is. And it is nothing involved with the viral meme that is out there about 6'7" and kids juggle their hands and do all that kind of goofy stuff. The 6'7" dating trend doesn't have to do with the meme at all. In fact, what it does is it is people who are looking for a partner who is a 6 or a 7 on the looks scale, because they want to find somebody who is attractive, but not dangerously so. They want to find somebody that's ambitious, but not obsessive. And they want to find someone that is confident, but available. And they say sometimes when they've been looking on the 8, 9, or 10 scale, they're getting people that are into themselves too much, and they're too obsessed with their jobs, and they're chasing the wrong things, that they want somebody that's a little bit more normal. And that's why going for a 6 or 7 is going to lend to more happiness than landing an 8, 9, or 10.
I'm a model influencer. I'm a 10. Have fun with that. Yeah, that'd be annoying.
I'm lowering my standards because I'm lonely.
Yeah, I'm wondering,
you got to do that.
Is this a coping mechanism, or is this pure desire? If you could land an 8, 9, or 10 easily, are you honestly going to be like, no, I want a 6 or 7?
It all depends on how that 8, 9, or 10 act. I mean, you can meet a humble, nice 8, 9, or 10, and then you can meet 8, 9, or 10s who really think, I've got all these options, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. And so you got to just make sure you're with the right person, because I do believe there are 10s out there that are nice and humble and would be a good partner, but I don't think they are a dime a dozen.
Like Honeyface. She's a 10. She's awesome. There's not a lot out there like that, though, because usually the hotter you are, the crazier you are. It's that whole hot, crazy scale.
And also, too, the older you get, it's harder to stay a 10 the older you get. It just is. It requires some work.
Right, it does. It does. So if you could be with an easygoing 6 or 7, or a hot but challenging hottie, what do you think that you would go with, Bird?
6 or 7.
Okay.
Honestly, because I don't need any more kind of headaches in my life. As long as I'm attracted to you and we get down and and we're cool, that's all I need in my life. I don't need the approval of the masses or anything like that. Oh, I'm dating a 10. Because a lot of times, too, that's a flex for people. I've got a 10. Look at me.
Right.
It comes with a lot of baggage a lot of the times.
Sure. And they're saying with the 6-7 dating trend is that some people are realizing, when people are so attractive, I just been burned so many times. And when I got in those relationships, sure, physically I was attracted to them, but all the baggage and headaches that came along with it, at the end of it, I said, you know what? I just want somebody who's going to be a good companion. And going for a 6 or 7, I'm getting that more frequently than I am with an 8+.
And I hate to break it to everybody. The older you get, and if you live into your 60s, 70s, 80s, I don't know too many 10s. We're all going to end up in that 4 to 5 range at minimum.
Right, yeah. So it just keeps the numbers go down every year.
Yeah.
90% of people said they would rather have an easygoing 6 or 7.
Because that 10, yeah, she's hot, but she's going to take years off your life with stress.
I mean, hotness goes away if somebody is a maniac or a monster.
You're right.
It does, man.
Mm-hmm.
Check yourself.
Okay, Virginia, if you had to be called cute, hot, or beautiful, which I'm sure every single day you're just dodging that compliment right and left.
Oh, yes. It's so overwhelming.
Which one would you rather receive of the 3?
I think beautiful.
Beautiful, I think, is the most sincere, elite comment out of the 3.
Yeah, because hot is just physical.
Mm-hmm.
And cute is like, she's cute, but probably not bangable.
And you're
That's not true. That's not true.
But maybe you're not interested in a long-term relationship with someone that's cute.
Cute is just kind of surface. I don't know. It just feels like it's not deep.
It depends on how you're saying cute. To me, I think you should use both of them, but cute sometimes can be to describe an action or a behavior, a habit or oh, that's so cute. But when you're talking about her physical appearance, you look beautiful. See what I'm saying? Cute can be a good compliment, but I think sometimes girls get turned off if you call their physical appearance cute.
You'll never go wrong with beautiful.
Yes.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind.
You only go wrong with beautiful if you are really drunk and you don't mean it and you just met the girl. Then things get a little hairy.
And you're slurring.
Yeah.
Do you agree with what this girl has to say about the definitions? What it means when a man calls you cute, hot, or beautiful?
If he calls you hot, it's usually about a physical desire. Sometimes it will be long-term, but many, many times if that man is only calling you hot, it is because he sees only short-term with you.
Okay, that seems like what you were saying.
Okay, yeah, it's carnal.
But I don't know if that's true for every case.
Carnal can turn into long-term.
Yes, it can. But I see what the whole thing, you're only hearing the word hot, which makes you think it is a physical thing.
Sure.
He's physically attracted, but nothing else. If that man is calling you cute, usually it's because he sees you as endearing and lovable, and it's more of like a friendship, and he sees you in a loving way.
Okay.
So I disagree with that because I think someone can be beautiful and cute, and you can love them for both. And I think that's a great combination to have in a woman.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And here's what she says about the last.
Now, the best one, in my opinion, that you can be called is beautiful. Because beautiful kind of encompasses the two, right? He sees you as cute and hot. So he's both mentally endeared by you, loves you, see you as adorable, but he's also physically attracted to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with her.
Mm-hmm.
She's on TikTok, we figured.
Nailing it, girl.
She has no degree and she's on TikTok. Yep, that's our girl.
Let's trust her.
Yes. Yeah, she had all kinds of problems, too. She had a RoboVac that was going off, and I'm like, well, I don't know if she really planned this out too well.
It was tough for editing purposes, yeah. It wasn't the best clip.
Yeah. It was kind of a struggle. But, yeah, I think that beautiful seems to be the all-encompassing. I don't think any of them are a deal breaker, but is it possible you could make the case that being called hot might be the most damaging because you are just a physical item to them? They don't look past the surface of your beauty and how hot and sexually appealing you are to them?
No, because you have to remember, men are very visual.
Yes.
They are very much about, oh my gosh, how does she look?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're hot, he's telling you, okay, you look fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, just don't be crazy and don't, try to ruin his life emotionally, and I think you'll be great.
She's beautiful when we're going out on the town. She's hot in the bedroom. You can say that. And she's cute when she does something. Oh, that's so cute. It's adorable. It made me laugh. I think if you use them like that, you're good.
You want them all. And to me, I think it's just if they only use one way to describe you. And I would make a case that if a guy only called you hot, you never heard cute, you never heard beautiful, that maybe he's only looking at you in one category, and that's the physical. And if you got the physical, he's going to like you. If anything happens to your physical, he's going to dismiss it, because he's not necessarily in love with who you are as a person. your mind or your personality. He just likes the physical. I think actually that could be arguably the worst thing to be called repeatedly and only called by your guy.
Interesting. You're making us think, Kevin.
Okay. Yeah, 88% of people said beautiful is what they want.
Yeah.
And that feels like because you're attractive physically, but yet there is something there that makes you beautiful as a human.
It's deeper than that.
It is. Absolutely.
People fighting online, losing their minds. So we read the crazy crap they write and have a fun time. Well, get ready for this week's digital drama.
Okay, here we go with some interesting threads we're going to be acting out for you. First one we got has Uma's husband, Franklin. He is kind of the showcase of this whole thing because he just got a facelift. But some of Uma's friends, like Brenda, was caught on social media making fun of the new face. Uma catches wind of it. She doesn't like Brenda making her husband the butt of the joke publicly, so she hits back hard with her own post. And then Brenda's husband, Gary, comes in to defend his wife, Brenda, and then all kinds of chaos breaks out. So what we'll have here today is Bird playing the role of Uma. Brenda's going to be played by Virginia. We'll have me playing the role of Franklin, and then Denny's will be Gary.
All right, here's Uma. So, I'm just scrolling this morning, and I see my friend Brenda posting jokes about my husband's facelift. Laughing emojis, comments, the whole thing. Real classy. Listen here, B. Keep my husband's name out your damn mouth.
Oh my gosh, Uma, it was a joke. Everybody was laughing. You're going to really act like I was attacking him. It wasn't that serious. And you have to admit, your husband's face hasn't quite settled in yet since that procedure.
I am extremely shocked to hear you trashing me on social media, Brenda. You've been in our house. You've sat at our table for dinners. You've shared birthdays with us together. And now you are online making fun of my damn face like I am some kind of mutant? I'm not mad. I'm just hurt.
All right, let's relax, Franklin. My wife was clearly making a joke. If you guys are this upset about something that small, maybe you're just too sensitive. You need to warm up a little, bud, because y'all being snowflakes.
Yeah.
You're saying we're being sensitive? Oh, no. What's funny is Brenda had no problem joking about my husband's face, but cried for 3 days when someone mentioned that she has fat lines in her neck. Maybe you could use a cosmetic procedure yourself, Brenda.
Wow, okay. Now you're just being nasty. At least my husband doesn't look like a science experiment. My sweet baby Gary would be never caught getting a facelift. He's a man, unlike your bitch husband.
I got a facelift to feel better about myself, and you turned it into content for people to laugh at? That says everything about you. You have triggered me, and you've made me feel humiliated. I'm crying while I'm posting this. I hope you're so happy now, you evil woman.
You're a bitch.
Oh, quit your bitching and whining, Franklin. You need to learn how to take a joke. Honestly, if you're going to change your face, people are going to talk. You look like a weird cat, bro. It is what it is.
Meow, meow.
Okay. Weird cat, does that mean a person or does that mean a cat?
No, like some people.
That's a good question.
It is a good question, considering yesterday.
Yeah.
He's right, though. Some people do get lion or feline face.
Get lion
Totally.
face.
So it happens when you pull back the face and you add the fillers to like the cheekbone area. You can turn into a meow meow.
Yeah, or even like a lion, like a king of the jungle type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got Ralph here who is calling out women who are getting breast implants. His ex just got her boobs done, and they were paid for by her new sugar daddy. This has clearly made Ralph a little jealous here. He then attacks all women who have had boob jobs on social media. I will play the role of Ralph here. We'll have Virginia playing the role of Veronica. Bird, you get to be Mariah. And Denny's, you're going to be Clark.
Does Veronica have fake boobs? Does it say that?
You just have to read it, Virginia, and find out.
All right, all right.
Okay. Here we go with...
glad you prepped.
Make it your own.
Yeah, make it your own.
You have had this for a couple hours.
I've been busy, Kevin.
Oh, I know you have. I know you have. You got a lot going on over there, Virginia. Okay, here's what Ralph had to say. I'm going to just say it. I don't respect fake bodies. If you got to go buy it, it ain't real. My ex just got a whole new chest paid for by some old dude and now thinks she's upgraded. It's embarrassing. Loose women get boob jobs. #facts.
Well, it sounds like you're less mad about the fake boobs and more mad she moved on and someone else is spending money on her. Bitterness and jealousy is a bad look, dude.
Ralph, this is such a weird take. You clearly have a small penis. She probably left you because you couldn't please her in the bedroom. Get off social media, loser. No one wants to hear this lunacy.
Ralph, I just looked at your profile picture, and you are bald, and your head does indeed look like a penis. I have fake breasts, and I guarantee you'd cut off one of your left testes for a glimpse of my perfect sculpted puppies. You, my friend, are a loser.
Mariah, I will make a guarantee that your body count is over 100. I looked at your profile pic, and you have a tattoo on your upper thigh right near your crotch, them lady parts. Talk about trashy. You are proving my point that fake breast girls are nasty.
Dude, you're mad she leveled up and you're stuck talking about it online. That's what it looks like to me from over here. I think you need two things. Number one, a good ass kicking. Number two, anger management. And I volunteer to be part of the ass kicking.
And calling women desperate for making choices about their own bodies, well, that says more about you than it does about me. You seem like the type of man who would make a woman feel guilty for farting.
Ralph, you're not making a statement. You're throwing a tantrum. Also, you are bald and your head looks like a shiny dong.
Dong.
Well, why don't you just look at all the fake-breasted bimbos getting all butt hurt? You are all just like my ex. I see her face in every single one of you.
Whoa. Dude, that's like something a serial killer would say.
Got to watch some of these people. Yeah, I got to tell you, it's getting crazy out there. These next door posts are of a different level these days. It is pretty crazy. I saw one that somebody had sent us with a dude who was shirtless mowing a lawn, and they were going off and like, can you believe that? And it was a younger dude, hot with six-pack of abs, and everybody's like, what is your problem?
Where's the neighborhood so we can do a drive-by? What?
It looked like it was from up north.
Oh, too bad.
Based on the topography, but I'm sure there are plenty of South Florida guys. Actually, I don't really see a lot of South Florida people that are mowing their lawn shirtless because everybody has some kind of lawn crew typically.
Yeah, tell me the neighborhood where the guys are young, hot, and doing their own lawn so we can do a whole parade.
I think you got to leave South Florida to find that, yeah.
I don't know if he's still with us or not, but he was a legend in Palm Beach Gardens. He was off of Holly Drive, and he would do his lawn in his bikini Speedos.
Okay, Daddy.
He must have been in his 60s, late 60s.
Right.
He would bend down. He'd cut the leaves.
How'd that thing look?
I mean, like a 68-year-old, guy wearing some Speedos.
Oh, man.
Who wants to laugh their ass off? Ooh, I know I do. He wrote some funny punchlines just for me and you. It's Danny's Joke Jury.
Who's ready to laugh?
All right, it is comedy time. Denny's got the jokes for us as the joke jury. We're going to let them know which ones are landing and which ones are not. What do you got for us today, Denny's?
All right, joke one. What contentious region does 1/3 of the world's bread come from?
Contentious region does the world's bread come from? I don't know. What contentious region?
The Middle East.
Oh,
Middle East.
bread comedy.
Okay.
Second joke. What did Captain Hook say when he broke up with his girlfriend?
I don't know. What did he say when he broke up with his girlfriend?
It's not you, it's Smee.
Oh, Shmee.
Third joke. Where can you order boa constrictor? Boa constrictor, no rules, just right.
I don't know. Where do you order boa constrictor? No rules, just right.
Outback Steakhouse.
Outback Steakhouse. Kevin would hate that place.
I would hate it. Oh, my gosh.
I think Outback would hate it as well.
Fourth joke. Why was the Kool-Aid man hanging with the Marlins?
I don't know. Why was the Kool-Aid Man hanging with the Marlins?
They needed a pitcher.
Oh.
He's a giant.
He's a giant glass
pitcher.
We've been going to a lot of baseball games.
My favorite part of that joke was the 3 seconds of silence.
Yeah, I was like, let me work that through in my mind. I'm like, yes, I got it. Okay.
Denny's a baseball guy now.
Yeah, I've been surrounding myself in it.
Sports.
Immersive.
Sports.
And final joke for y'all. Why were the scammers throwing beads to spring breakers?
I don't know why were the scammers throwing beads to spring breakers.
They were trying to see some identities.
Okay. I got you. Thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you very much.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. Well, we played for you some audio yesterday of Jay-Z kind of breaking down how much the emotional toll was costing him on his soul from all of those allegations that had been hurled at him. So on the heels of that yesterday, new allegations being hurled at him. A lot of former employees of Rock Nation have taken to social media to express all kinds of outrage. Now, they say it was a toxic work environment. They say it was harsh conditions, poor management, low pay, rampant firings, and just basically abuse. They said a lot of it was the co-founder of Rock Nation, someone by the name of Desiree Perez, who I guess works side by side with Jay-Z, running Rock Nation. I haven't heard anything back from Jay-Z yet. He has yet to comment on any of that. But you know who did comment? His ex-best friend. And this guy who goes by the name D. Haven is confirming, he says, that Jay-Z engages in witchcraft and has used spells on certain people to advance his personal and professional agenda. Jay-Z's using witchcraft?
What? Witchy? Wow.
Jay can put spells on people. Is it because he can put words together?
Yeah.
I can make your reality something different because of my...
It's words, right? It's words, right? His words he influenced a generation of trying to get money on how to make it, how you supposed to look, how much money you supposed to get, what kind of clothes you supposed to buy. You know what I'm saying? That's all embezzled in your game, in his plan. Yeah, that's mesmerized. That La Familia forever, we La Familia forever. He said that with Jazzo and all of them, so they really running with it. They living it.
Okay. They living it. All right.
In other news, I don't even know what to do with that. Why did the music run out?
I don't know. Yeah, it's an oddly produced clip that they put out.
I think he talked too long.
He did.
Edit yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The chick who fired an AR-15 rifle at Rihanna's Los Angeles home pled not guilty Wednesday. Ivana Lisette Ortiz is her name, and yeah, I mean, I don't know how she's not guilty because they busted her just moments after it happened in the same car with the weapon on her. Like, I don't know how you're going to weasel out of this one. She remains in prison on a $1.8 million bail. Her attorneys were asking for a reduction, and that was denied. So they're keeping her because Rihanna was home at the time. A$AP Rocky was there. Their kids were there. I guess her mama was there. Like, there was a bunch of people in the house, and they are trying to come after this woman for life imprisonment. If she is found guilty on the attempted murder and assault charges they're trying to hit her with, she could be doing life in jail if convicted. So
Dang. Okay.
stay tuned for how that one will play out. And finally, here we got to end with a little happy story. I'm so excited for Joey Fatone.
Yeah.
He has a little special coming out on Investigation Discovery. This documentary will be premiering coming up April 13th and 14th, and it's called Boy Band Confidential. Joey Fatone, who used to be in NSYNC, is doing this 4-part documentary examining the behind the scenes of the music industry's exploitation of young artists, including a lot of 90s boy band era stars. You will see, of course, Joey's in it, Lance Bass is in it, AJ McLean from the Backstreet Boys is in it, along with Nick Lachey from 98 Degrees.
They got Lachey?
They got Lachey.
Whoa.
These guys will all be discussing candidly abuse, addiction, and financial manipulation. Ooh, it sounds juicy.
Are those boys?
Backstreet Boys, NSYNC was the man. All for one.
98 degrees.
Forever in your mind. O-Town. Take 5.
The industry can be wonderful and can be cruel at the same time. What's up, dude? Not many people got to experience something like this.
This is the first time I'm talking about it this openly.
How did it feel? What happened?
What stories have people not heard?
Okay.
Fascinating.
All right.
Yeah, so you can check it out April 13th and 14th on Investigation Discovery. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
It's time for viral audio.
Hey, yeah, beautiful hair.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Bop.
We got weights and fit. There we go.
Well, it was an interesting photo from what looked like Beyonce's Oscars after party with Usher and Justin Bieber looking like they were having a very contentious discussion as Beyonce was standing behind them looking like, oh my gosh, what is going on? She looked very shocked at this. Well, now Usher is trying to answer some of the questions around it and downplaying the major blow up with Justin Bieber.
Might be a bit controversial. I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been, misrepresented. I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made. So many people benefited from what he created, and I acknowledge that.
Okay, that part was about Diddy.
Interesting take on Usher.
Yeah.
And here's a little bit more.
I mean, this might be a bit controversial, but in the same way, I think many people choose to look past the reality of what our country is, the standards that we now stand on. We can't ignore the reality of the history, but in many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been, misrepresented. I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made for us as Black entrepreneurs, for us as businessmen, for us as people who transition, culture and ideas into something that's tangible and becomes business. So many people benefited from what he created, and I acknowledge that.
Have you heard anybody defend Sean Combs to that level?
No,
with that stature.
He almost sounds like he's scared.
I mean, they must be in business together, or he realizes, oh, wait, Diddy's about to get out next year or the year after.
Somebody got a gun to Usher's head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of odd because that's apparently what the feud with Bieber was all about how he had basically just turned Bieber over to Diddy when he was young and vulnerable in his career. And that kind of came to a head, and he's saying, look, there was no dramatic feud, and that talk of a serious clash with Bieber has been exaggerated as rumors. But I got to tell you, that photo did say a lot, and it did not look like two people who are happy to see each other.
No, we quieted Bieber down, and we told him, you better shut up and not say anything. And so Bieber's not going to be doing that again. And here's my spin and PR statement.
Yeah, and boy, what a defense of Diddy there.
I mean, that is a full-on defense of Diddy.
It kind of grosses me out.
That's what I say. That's an interesting take from Usher.
I'm not at all turned on by that. It's kind of gross to me.
Did you see how Kelly Ripa kind of stepped in it yesterday with Howie Mandel? You know how he's 70, and she, made a compliment. She's trying to compliment him, but it was almost one of those backhanded type of compliments. And Howie Mandel's not the kind of person that's going to take a backhanded compliment and not call you out uncomfortably on national TV about it.
Well, he does stuff too. He's got a podcast and he asks weird questions as well. He steps in it himself.
Okay, well, here he is. Maybe that's what it is. He wants to give it back to somebody because he gets it himself.
You just celebrated 70 years.
Yes.
You're 70 years old.
Yes, I'm 70.
How's it feel?
How does
Doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean it
You
doesn't
look
make
great.
any sense?
'Cause you
I look great? That
Yes.
doesn't mean anything to me.
No, it does.
No. I don't like that because that's a caveat. When you say because you tell somebody you're 70 and they go, you look great.
We're not saying you look great for 70.
Yes, you are,
look
without
great.
saying 70.
We're saying
I'm saying
you
that.
look great.
I am saying
and
that.
I don't believe you're 70.
No, I'm saying.
No, it's like saying you're smart for a stupid person.
Yeah.
Oh, you look smart. You seem smart. You see, I don't look good.
Is Howie Mandel being a little too sensitive, or has he got a point?
He kind of annoys me sometimes.
Just take the compliment.
Because he made it all.
No.
It made it awkward.
Yeah.
Did you hear
It
the
was
whole
very
thing just shut down?
You have to understand when somebody is coming at you with good intentions, you should receive the compliment for how it was meant and just take it. You don't have to fight with everybody, but then if you fight with everybody, you become a sound clip and Kevin plays you on the show.
I ain't gonna lie though, I'm annoyed with that entire panel. You got
I know, right?
Mandel, Ripa. Is her husband? Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, no.
Okay, can we all come to an agreement here? We're going to find out with a little round of majority rule. I'm going to be throwing out a topic. We're going to see everybody on the show can write down answers that match. You get a majority of people answering the same way, then you get a point. Got myself, Virginia, Jbird, and producer Denny's here. Okay, first up, why don't you tell me a breakfast cereal brand? Let's go with it right here. I'm going to start off with the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, you said, okay, all right.
My bad. I wrote
brand. I didn't write cereal.
Breakfast cereal brand? Is that right? Am I answering that correctly?
I think you got to skip the question now because you said your answer and these two dummies didn't get it.
I wrote Post.
I wrote Kellogg's.
Oh, okay.
Y'all are dumb.
I don't know.
I understood, Kevin. I wrote Cheerios.
Okay.
All right.
Give her the point. I like being the underdog. Give the witch the point.
What'd you write down, Jbird?
I wrote Kellogg's. Like
a dumbass kid.
I wrote Post. Like a dumbass kid.
Okay, well, we got no match anyway.
Already, we're fighting. It's question number one.
You shot first.
Okay, let's go with a smell people love.
Oh.
What is a smell that people love? Okay. I am going to go with, you know what? I'm going to change it up.
Oh.
Okay,
You do you.
I'm going to go new car. New car.
Oh, yes.
What do you think, Virginia?
I did not go new car.
Okay.
I went fresh baked cookies.
Bird?
Pizza.
Damn it.
Denny's?
I was trying to match with Bird. I wrote gasoline.
Oh, I do love gasoline.
I know. You love the smell of it.
All right, okay, I'm going to think like you, Denny's. Gotcha. Heard the message.
What about a smell people hate? What do you think, Virginia? What is a smell that people hate? Start us off.
I mean, most people complain about the smell of farts.
Okay. What do you got, Jbird?
I mean, it's kind of the same, but mine's very specific. I said my uncle's farts. 'Cause they're legendary and they're bad.
Okay. All right. Denny's?
I also wrote farts.
And so did I. All right. So.
What's your uncle's name? Let's call him out.
We don't want to do that. Why are you trying to ruin everyone's personal life?
Because I've already ruined mine. I have to move on to somebody else.
Misery loves company.
Okay, what is something you do when you're bored? Something you do when you are bored. Okay. What are you doing, Jbird?
Solo time, if you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
The old rub and tug.
Yeah.
Just killing a couple minutes.
Yeah, you're bored. Tuesday afternoon.
What are you going with, Denny's?
I put fidget.
Fidget. Okay. I went watch TV. What do you got, Virginia?
I put scroll on the internet.
Oh, that's a good one.
I wish Kevin would have put solo time. I agree with Bird. That's what I do.
Okay, what is something that people do in the shower?
I mean,
can he have the same answer twice in a row? I'm going to write rub and tug so I match with somebody.
Denny's, what do you got?
I put solo time.
I'm going to go with that as well. Virginia?
Rub and tug.
Yeah.
Solo time.
All right, okay. All right, there we go. We all got 2 points. No separation, though, yet. Okay.
Yeah, it bonded us together, though.
Yeah, we're closer now.
Okay, give me an excuse you use to get out of plans. What's an excuse you use to get out of plans? Okay, I am going to go with the old simple, I'm just sick, got the COVID, whatever it might be. Something like that. People are like, oh, don't come around us. What do you got, Virginia?
Yeah, I wrote feeling sick too because it's the best.
Yeah.
No one's going to say, we want you to come to our party if you're feeling sick.
Jbird?
I'm watching my sister's cat.
Meow, meow.
Cat
sitting.
pets or pet sitting.
What are you doing to your sister's cat?
I'm pet sitting. I'm not.
Hey, what's your cat doing Saturday night? Huh?
Yeah.
Denny's?
I wrote someone died.
Oh, wow. You're going for the big guns.
Well, you definitely aren't going to the party.
You got to be careful when you put that in the universe, Denny's.
What if you make up a family member?
If you make up a family member, I think we would give them a. Well, if that was the case, then everybody could make everything happen with their powers, and that's not true, Virginia.
Well, you never know how powerful you are till you try to use it.
So the power only is usable for bad stuff? Because what if you talk about the lottery, winning the lottery?
It hasn't happened yet. We've been talking about it a lot.
Okay, Virginia, I tied at 3. Jbird, Denny's have 2. Okay, give me a food that is messy to eat. Food that is messy to eat. What do you got, Virginia?
Oh, I watched my mom the other night trying to take down spaghetti and meatballs in a white shirt. It did not go well.
Okay, Bird, what do you got?
Spaghetti.
Denny's?
I also got spaghetti.
Same, okay. No separation. on that.
Interesting.
Okay, we all went spaghetti.
We've been hanging out too much together.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we've got 4 for myself, Virginia, 3 for Jbird and Denny's. All right, give me something that you shouldn't Google.
Oh, gosh, I have a good one.
Something that you shouldn't Google. Okay. All right, what do you got, Jbird?
Diseases.
Oh, that's a good one.
If you Google it, you already you have it. You have a toothache, you read up on it on Google. Oh, I have tooth cancer.
Okay, Denny's, what do you got?
I put an X.
An X, okay.
Don't Google it.
Oh, yeah.
I put weird porn. Not just the standard, but there's some kind of offshoot of it. Weird porn.
It's legal, though.
Who knows?
Oh, wow, Kevin.
Who knows? That's why you shouldn't Google it. What do you got, Virginia?
I put diseases. You did? I've watched Jbird do it.
Whoa.
Specifically STDs.
Wow.
He fell into a rabbit hole of diseases one time.
Well, you're saying it like I was worried that I had one. That's a terrible thing to say. I did not. We were doing it for a bit.
You're right. I agree.
That gives Virginia the win. Look at that.
Diseases.
One on diseases.
They win.
Diseases.
Go figure.
So much seeping.
So much. Believe me, I've done the research.
Okay, is this going to be a makeup or a breakup for you when your fiance is not going to be signing the prenup that you want her to? Now, this dude met his fiance 3 years ago, and he said, the plan is for us to get married in the fall. But now I'm questioning all that because my fiance is not going to sign this prenup agreement that I gave to her. When she met me, my company was already a decade old and very profitable. My fiance came from nothing and barely had anything when we met. She's worried about winding back up there if we ever did divorce. She says that she's become accustomed to the lifestyle that she now lives and could never go back there. She thinks she needs half of what I have to maintain that standard. I told her, look, the alimony package here in this prenup is going to make sure that doesn't happen. You're going to be fine. Doesn't give you half, but you'll be okay. But she said my offer is way less than what it would take for her to maintain her current standard of living. I hate that this is coming down to what feels like a business arrangement, but my father is telling me that, look, if she's not going to sign this, you need to call it off. This is a bad sign. Is my dad right?
I think your dad is right. It doesn't say anything in there about her having a job, does it?
No. I do not know what she does for employment. I don't know that she ever did much for employment. He did not want to go into that.
She's an influencer.
Yeah.
Somebody who's going to tell you up front that they want all of your stuff that you built before you got together with them. I don't know. That's
Not all. She only wants half.
That doesn't sit well. And I think if you have a lot, you need to protect it.
I agree. You spent a lot of time and a lot of work, a whole decade building this company, and to have somebody come in and who knows where her heart is set on you. Does she love you or does she love your money? And for her to put up this kind of fight and even to offer her something and say, hey, look, you're going to have a better life. Even if we don't stay married, you'll still have a much better life than when we met. And she's still like, no, it's not enough for me. I'm worth more. I'd be like, no, maybe you're not.
She's not being reasonable. I think you need to listen to your dad.
Yeah.
He's right on this one. And even if she comes around, do you still want to marry her? Because those words came out of her mouth. You know what was in her heart. Because somebody's first response to a situation is their true response.
Yeah.
And once they have a time to think about it and regret it and then recultivate what they want to tell you, like that is acting.
Right.
Someone's first response is what's really in their heart, and she's showing you that she's not going to be happy with a fair alimony package. She wants half of everything you built.
Sounds very scary.
Very scary.
You know, if he hadn't offered anything, if he hadn't offered anything at all, then I could see maybe be like, I don't know. I don't like that. But the fact that he did offer something that sounds like it's at least fair, that she'd be leaving the marriage better than what she went into it, then how do you argue that?
It's kind of crazy how you guys are almost like in a dispute about you guys leaving and you're not even together yet. It's kind of weird, man.
It is very weird, but if you have the cash, you got to protect yourself.
Got to do this stuff. Yep. Okay, what about this one? Is this a make up or break up? It says, my wife was in a car accident over a year ago, and she has been in a coma ever since.
A year?
Yep. Spent the first 6 months there every single day, just hoping that she would come around. But they say, look, there's a pretty solid chance that she may never wake up. Well, it's been one of the hardest times of my life, and I tried to kind of break out of the rut because I was in a dark place after 6 months. So I got out a little bit, and one of the people that was there to talk with me and try to help me was one of her good friends.
Oh, no. Don't tell me you banged this hooker.
They're developing feelings for one another. Now, nothing physical has happened yet.
Yet.
Oh, it's on deck.
Oh, it's so on deck.
Neither one of us planned on this happening. It just happened. But can I move on? I feel incredibly lonely, and I do not believe that my wife is ever going to return. And her parents want to keep her alive no matter what. I do understand part of that, but at the other part of it, we're just lingering her on, maybe for no reason. I know how this looks, but I feel like my life is just frozen, and I just want to live again. Is it wrong to move on in a situation like this? Is it evil to divorce my wife who is in a coma?
Dang, it only took a year. It's like, I'm out.
Yeah. I've heard stories of people like waking up on year like 4. He's not even into year 2, and he's like,
I would be a little.
Let's bang our friend.
I'd be bummed out if I found out if my partner was going to leave me if I was in a coma for a year. I'm like, damn. So, not for sick or better for worse or anything like that?
I would never do that to Panda. I just think that, like, as long as there's a chance, I'm not pulling the plug. I'm not going to start banging his best friend.
I mean, that's pretty. I mean, the other friend too. Her girlfriend doing this.
Her friend's a snake too.
There's so many other people you could be with.
Yeah.
Why are you messing around with him and getting feelings for him?
I get that you want to be touched.
And what happens if she did wake up from the coma? She's gonna be like, so wait, what were you doing when I was under?
You did what? With my who?
Feelings for each other?
Yeah. Well, the feelings can happen. I do understand that, but I think you want to do this the right way. And I think you still, like, look, we cannot do anything until there's a resolution with my wife. Either she comes back or she goes, one way or the other. And you're right. You can't pull the plug. Now, I don't know if you could trip over it, but...
Kevin.
I'm just saying.
What if she would have woke up on year 3?
Well, you don't know. You don't know.
It's happened.
It sounds like there's a little contention that is going on with him and the parents because he's like, look, the doctor's telling you that it's really not going to happen. And, you know,
but that's their baby.
Yeah,
if I was him, shut up. You don't get an opinion. Let them make the call. As long as they still have hope, I would say if they want to fund it, let her stay on life support.
What would really suck is if she could still kind of hear in the coma and then they're talking. They say that could possibly happen.
They say that's absolutely possible, that when you're in a coma, you can hear things in the room.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true or not, but I have heard that that's a possibility.
If I was in a coma and I heard Panda talking about banging one of my friends, I would be so pissed in my coma, that'd probably wake me up.
Yeah, you heard him. Oh, yeah, Roxette. Oh, yeah, so hot.
Who the hell's Roxette?
Exactly.
Great band from the 80s from Australia. Okay, 81% of people are saying they do not divorce a wife in the coma.
No, not if you love your wife.
Yeah, you need to maybe just go have your needs tended to by a stranger in a different city where nobody knows you. Do not bang her best friend.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right.
No.
It does not feel right.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
I really kind of wanted to go to the Okeechobee Music Fest. The one night I wanted to go, though, they didn't have an individual ticket for that night. You had to do the whole package deal where you had to buy several different days.
How much is that?
It was, I was willing to spend like maybe $200, but then it would have cost like $1,000 for all 4 days. And I wasn't going to go all 4 days. There were 2 days I wanted to go. I wanted to see Young the Giant one night, and then I wanted to see Cage the Elephant on another night. And they actually had some pretty good acts there. I mean, for
You're
coming
only
back.
interested in bands with the in the middle?
Yeah, that's how I do everything. Yeah.
I like it.
Well, I don't know if this is going to surprise anybody, but they had a major drug bust. Apparently, 27-year-old Elijah Whitford was planning on making a ton of money at the Okeechobee Music and Arts Festival, but he got stopped by a drug dog.
Oh, damn.
People were doing drugs at a music fest?
I know, it's shocking. Shocking. Here's what he had. Apparently, his whole camper just reeked of weed. The dog just, ramper, rid him.
That dog couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it. And listen to what they found when they clawed the door down. 650 grams of raw psychedelic mushrooms, 3.37 pounds of mushroom-infused chocolate, 128 grams of cocaine, 3.6 grams of ecstasy, 1.4 grams of heroin, 172 grams of marijuana was in there.
I mean, he had a store.
It was just the whole thing.
And he is Walgreens of illegal drugs.
It was a rolling drug den is what he had that he was just going to pull right into the Okeechobee Music Fest.
And that was only for one night.
Wow.
Dude, when you saw the dog, how come you didn't turn around and get out of there?
Because you probably try to play it off, like don't freak out in front of the drug dog. And then you probably... I don't know. That's how the dog got you.
Oh, my gosh. That dog got so excited. He's never smelled that much all in one place.
Oh, yeah. He is now facing charges including cocaine trafficking, possession with intent to sell psilocybin, possession of heroin, and possession of MDMA ecstasy.
Whoa, he's in big trouble.
He is in big trouble.
I mean, I feel like the question is, what drug did he not have?
None. He covered all the bases.
Well, there's a man in Washington State that got arrested for the 98th time. And this time he was popped for theft and drugs.
All right. I mean, some people you just can't have wandering out amongst us.
Yeah, and this guy doesn't even really care. And this is a guy that just is committed to not doing things the right way. They say when they busted him, they discovered he had a custom bong device that was built into the dashboard of his car. Also, he could smoke and drive at the same time.
Oh, my God.
So he's just going down the road, just doing drugs, just smoking right out of that bong device, all high, behind the wheel.
Let's just lock this one up.
Wow.
Permanently.
This Kimberly Carroll, she was supposed to be doing a Zoom hearing in a courtroom, and she was dialing in for it in Detroit. It was all about a consumer debt default case that was going on. And the judge is looking at her, and she's sitting in a car in the driver's seat. And he's like, okay, wait a minute. There's a problem here that you're doing this court case, and you're clearly driving while you're doing this. And I cannot, in good conscience, have you distracted with a court that you're calling into while you're driving a vehicle. And here's the amazing thing. She tried to play it off like she wasn't, but you can clearly see, you know how your seatbelt goes across one side if you're sitting on one side of the car?
Yeah.
She's clearly driving, and she's trying to tell the judge, oh, no.
You cannot be driving, ma'am. What are you doing? Come on.
I'm not driving. I'm a passenger in a car.
You're still not, I'm not hearing cases with people driving or as passengers in cars.
I'm sorry, I have an emergency. I'm going out of town for a family member, but I will have my driver pull over. Hang on 1 second. I'm sorry. I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to be in a car, but hang on 1 second.
And by the way, the whole thing, she's not just in a car, she's clearly driving, like I said, because of the placement of the seatbelt. But she goes through the whole thing like her driver's going to pull over for her.
Her hand's on the steering wheel. She's like, hold on, I'll get my driver to pull over.
Well, it's so obvious to the point you can almost hear it in the judge's. He's like, wait a minute. You're sitting in the driver's seat.
How dumb do you think I am? A damn judge. I'm a damn judge.
How insulting.
Yes.
Am I crazy, or does it not look like you're driving that car?
I'm not driving the car. I'm a passenger in the car, sir.
What side of the car are you on?
I'm on the left-hand side.
How would you be on the left-hand side if you're a passenger in the front seat? Am I missing something?
Right-hand side. I'm sorry. I've been sitting in a room. I didn't know.
Yeah, the seatbelt's coming off of the driver's side.
That's the biggest duh right there. And listen to the pause, because she knows, like, I didn't think that through.
You know you're lying to me, right?
No, I'm not, sir.
I love that she will not give up the act, though.
She won't.
Let me see the driver.
Yeah.
Let me see the driver.
That's a good question.
Hang on 1 second.
Now.
I have to ask their permission.
Now.
Oh my God.
She really thought she's going to keep that act up. Can you believe that?
I mean, it looks like she's parking.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Does she not know that there's video and audio?
I don't think she thought this one through.
No, she did not. Yeah. Pretty unreal. Pretty unreal.
Isn't it going to be way worse now that you've just been caught on video lying to the judge and then doubling down?
He's pissed because it took him, because it was so egregious. He goes, wait a minute, there's no way this woman would do this. And that's why he goes, wait, am I crazy? Are you on the driver's side?
Pretty unreal. Pretty unreal. Listen to this wild story. A 50-year-old woman in India who had been declared brain dead regained consciousness when the ambulance carrying her hit a large pothole.
Wow. It jolted her back into life?
Kadoink. Where am I?
You see that in movies.
Yes. How crazy is that, huh?
Wow.
And a JetBlue flight had to turn around and return to the airport after hitting a coyote on Tuesday morning. Wow.
And we got on the plane, everything was going good. We heard a thud, and then after the thud, we still took off. We were up in the air for about 10, 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden the captain came on and said, this is the flight crew. And we heard that thud, we hit a coyote. We are now on our way back to Providence, PBD. We thought it was actually a joke at first. We were like, is that like code for something else? Like, what's going on? We didn't know.
Wow. Okay. Coyotes everywhere.
Was there like pieces of coyote in the landing gear? What happened?
Yeah, I'm sure. Kaboo. Yeah.
Right now,
plane versus coyote. Plane wins.
Because to me, I'm thinking there's flying coyotes out there.
One in the air, yeah.
Like, they have a little cape on.
Horrifying.
Super coyote.
No one told me coyotes could fly.
Yeah, that would get me out of left field.
Yeah, it would. Something else terrifying in the sky on March 14th. An American Airlines flight approaching Philadelphia International Airport reported a small black disc-shaped UFO passing over the aircraft at 1,300 feet.
And a coyote was driving it.
Yes. That did not appear on radar and could not be identified. Here they are talking to air traffic control.
Sort of like flying disc that just went over us at about 1,300 feet.
Is it a flying disc?
I'm not really certain what it was.
Roger, I'm not seeing any targets on the scope, but I'll let everyone inbound know. Thanks. Can you have any more specifics about that disc, just for some reports?
I really don't. It was black, and that's it, unfortunately.
Do you think it could have been a drone?
It didn't look like it.
Was it like frisbee-sized, or...?
Potentially, yeah, frisbee, disc golf, maybe a balloon. I don't know. It definitely wasn't a balloon that had air in it.
Roger.
Why are they handling this like a terrible TikTok video? Oh my gosh, I said UFO.
Why does the pilot sound like she's just about like 21?
He's not that much better. He's like, all right, well, let me know about the UFO.
Yeah,
I'm
pretty chill.
I'm gaming right now.
She's chill with the vocal fry. He's chill. Why is no one freaking out?
Why is there so much vocal fry in that clip?
Okay.
I guess it's flag saucer.
Well, maybe the wildest story happening right now with UFOs is these two people that are still missing, William Neal McCasland and Monica Jacinto Reza, both linked to aerospace work. He especially, we know, had high clearance with a lot of UFO stuff in the Air Force and the U.S. government, and they both vanished while hiking in the Southwest, not together at separate times. No bodies have been found for either one of them. Now, they say McCaslin left without basic items, and Reza was briefly listed as deceased online without confirmation, which is kind of odd because it starts to run down here recently, within the last year. All the people that have been either U.S. scientists or linked to UFO research that have all disappeared, including Nuno Lorio, who was shot and killed in Massachusetts in December, Carl Grillmare, who was gunned down at his home in California in February 2026. Still a crazy case, and nobody knows what's going on there.
Just random gunned down.
Yeah, in his house.
Yeah, it's coincidence.
Yeah. And Jason Thomas, who was found dead in Massachusetts
If you know
late in March.
If you know some S-bomb about the aliens and you're keeping the secrets right now, you got to be like your head on a swivel. When am I going to catch a bullet?
Well, I mean, all the stories you hear are people that were told back in the day, do not say anything about what you saw. If you do, there's going to be something happening to you and your family. I mean, that's a threat. People always talked about threats. That's where the whole Men in Black thing come from.
Now, there's no confirmed links between the cases, and at least one family member said no foul play is suspected, but the clustering of these incidents has fueled concern and calls for transparency, considering these are all people that had clearance to UFO information, and we've got 5 of them that are either missing or dead.
Nothing to see here, Kev.
Yeah.
Do you think the government's ever offed somebody because they had UFO or alien information?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Whoa.
The government's offed a lot of people because they had a lot of information.
And there's stuff you'll never know who they offed.
It's true.
Yeah. So wild stuff, but that list keeps growing. So
we need to stop talking before they off one of us.
Oof, wow.
I know. I do an alien podcast. They're not trying to kill me. I guess I'm not important enough.
Well, we're lippy with no information.
Yeah, exactly.
No facts.
They're like, keep talking. You're helping
Keep talking
us.
stupid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
I'm not going to lie. I do pay attention to these things clearly, and I'm bringing you the information. I have been somebody that has been drinking pretty heavily since college. I love it, man. I have for a very long time. Still have cocktails now, but I am seeing all these studies that are coming out about what alcohol really does to your body, and I do pay attention. But it's all about how much you drink as to the damage that you're doing, and it's also what you're drinking as to how much damage you're doing.
What are we calling this bit? Kevin ruins the weekend?
I mean, it is right before a weekend, dog.
It is pre-Friday. You got a lot of balls.
It's like a Monday bit.
I'm going to FSU. It's Mom's
Well, you
weekend.
can't have them on Monday because then they're going to feel guilty about what they drank over the weekend.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, people are like, oh, I'm not really feeling it.
Kevin ruins the weekend. Here we go.
That's it, yeah. They say there are 4 kinds of alcohol drinkers. The people who just never, ever drink. It doesn't even come up. The occasional drinkers with low consumption, maybe a cocktail every now and then when somebody's like, oh, okay, maybe once a month, maybe every other 3 months. The moderate drinkers that, when you're out and you have a couple cocktails, you have some friends, you're going to have a drink. And then the high drinkers. The people are just boozing all the time.
Have you ever lied to a doctor before when they asked you how many drinks you have in a week?
Always. Yeah, always.
I finally got honest and just said, yeah, dog, I left it in the bottle.
What's the most drinks you've ever had?
3. Yeah, no, I'm a social drinker, twice a month.
The question that they ask now is like, it's like how many days and then how much when you do drink.
Yeah.
And that's what it kind of comes down to. But I guess, just the one thing is just the awareness. They say that with every level of drinking that there is going to be some damage to your health. And they say it depends upon how much you're consuming and how often. They say the high alcohol consumers were 24% more likely to die from any cause. So that's what you do. You increase your rate of death if you're just plowing down booze all the time.
I mean, you can even die from a blink.
Yeah. They say they were 36% more likely to die from cancer and 14% more likely to die from heart disease. Those are the numbers for the people that are just drinking way too much and all the time.
Happy weekend, everybody.
I mean, are they the ones that are waking up in the morning and the first thing they're doing is goo, goo, goo?
Yeah, I hear that and you think it's crazy, but we always have the whacked out news stories, or I always get stories about people. We had that cop the other day that showed up to a scene and they were hammered.
Yes.
And the other cops were like, I think they're hammered. It was what, 9 or 10 in the morning?
Oh, yeah. She was on call and she probably thought that she was, they're not going to call.
I've seen at least 4 or 5 body cam videos where the teacher goes into school hammered. They have to stop the class and bring the teacher out, and then they get arrested.
And that's kind of who I'm talking to. And honestly, it should be like, you shouldn't be shocked by these numbers. In fact, I'm surprised they're this low.
Yes.
In fact, they'd be going, that's all it is? Oh, I'm going to keep drinking.
As squirrely as people are.
Yeah. If you're listening right now to this show live and you have a strong buzz, you're in this category.
I wonder what the percentage is right now. How many people are hammered?
Text us anonymously, yes. If you have a strong buzz from alcohol already this morning, let us know.
And by the way, we are your show.
They say people who drank a low amount when it comes to cider, beer, and spirits had a 9% higher chance of dying from cardiovascular disease compared to those who never or occasionally drink. Now, that would be the question. Would that deter you? Just a 9% higher chance of dying from cardiovascular disease?
Depends on what kind of mood I'm in. It really depends on how much weed I smoked and how paranoid I get.
It's kind of a low number.
Yeah, that's where I was just saying. That's like, who's saying this is such a negative story? You may be going, you know what, that's it.
We good.
And they say moderate wine drinkers actually had a 21% less chance of dying from heart disease.
It's grapes. It's practically a salad.
And actually, you could argue, be like, some of that red wine, it's still kind of good for you. Now, I know people try to push back on that here as of late, but that is what it does with the heart disease. It may affect you other ways negatively, but at least when it comes to the heart, it's not too bad. So, yeah, I think Virginia's walking away from this going,
I'm like, all right.
I have a drink right now.
We're turning this thing around, Kev. It's not so bad after 9%. I can get down with that.
The only numbers that are really scary are the people that are, basically alcoholics.
If you're doing it every day, sure, it's not good.
Yeah.
I just saw a PSA from the 90s, and it was about binge drinking. It was over the top. It was a great PSA because it wasn't good.
It was, okay.
Yeah, they're trying to scare you.
Yeah.
Oh, man, these PSAs are something else.
What you got on your mind today, Bird?
Funny enough, I've got plant bingo on my mind.
Really?
Okay. Only because I had a couple of friends hit me up. They go, it kind of sounds cozy, and they were breaking it down. Think about it, Bird. You're in a bar or you're at a place, everyone's relaxed. If you win at bingo, you get to leave with a plant. And this was Virginia's idea from earlier today. I made fun of it. Now I think I've seen the light.
I've got, Rocco, who loves to call bingo. And we own a bingo set with the balls and the thing and all that.
I have a little exercise for you to do in 10 seconds or less. Explain what plant bingo is and win everybody over.
Everybody comes to play. If you get bingo, you walk home with a plant.
Wow, that was in 6 seconds, Kev. Pretty easy. Did she sell you on it?
Nope. It's all right, but I mean, there are a lot of people who love it.
And it's got to be in a bar, and there's got to be drinks.
But I'm just curious, where did the plants come in with bingo? Is that just kind of a weird thing you came up with?
So bingo always has prizes, and a lot of times you'll see bingo like in the Elks Club, or I know my Moose Lodge in Jupiter, they play bingo every Monday night, and you're usually playing for like gift cards or a little bit of cash or this or that. A plant is cool, and especially if you're like me and you love plants, to be able to go up there and pick from like 20 different cool plants, I don't know, it just seems exciting.
I played bingo before, and it was a lot of older people there. Dog, let me tell you, they take that crud seriously. And there was one woman there was talks about the one woman was cheating, and there was drama, controversy. I loved it.
I think if you play for a charity, you can charge per card. So we could like collect like $5 per card for Little Smiles or Maddie's Fight Foundation. And then however many cards you buy, all that money goes to the charity.
Okay. It sounds like it's turning into something here.
It just sounds like a weird idea that's I don't know, like a Mad Lib, but I kind of like it now.
What's on your mind, Virginia?
Okay, so yes, this weekend I am going up to FSU.
Mm-hmm.
It's Mom's Weekend. So there's a lot of activities that Mags has us signed up for. We're going to this, we're going to that, we're going to some frat parties. Some of the frat houses are hosting the moms.
Okay.
So we'll be doing a little bit of that. When I went to Mardi Gras, you gave me a fun task and you said, make a video of your 5 favorite restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
And it gave me kind of like something fun, like a little project to do.
Yeah.
Do you have any video that I can make up in Tallahassee? What can I do that's fun and interactive that I can post on our social media this weekend?
Do the 5 best college bars.
Okay.
Or do the 5 best keg stands.
Okay.
I mean, you're already doing it anyway.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, that Madison Social, they have some really cool little bars there in Tallahassee that, if people don't go there regularly, you're going to, for whatever reason, going to be in Tallahassee, be like, oh, let's check these out.
They have some good ones, and then they have some skanky ones, like the Strip.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Yeah.
Every now and then, though, a skanky bar's not bad. Every now and then. It's kind of like eating a greasy cheeseburger. You know, it's terrible for you.
But every once in a while, she's so juicy and right.
Yeah, it scratches that itch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 5 favorite bars, 5 favorite keg stands coming in hot.
Well, yesterday we were talking to Amy, who had gone to a wedding and was flying out of Miami International Airport, and she had an altercation with a dude that had his flashers on, and he wanted a parking spot, a spot she wound up taking, and he came and ripped her door open and was saying the F word to her. And while she was at the wedding the entire time, she's like, I bet that guy did something to my car. And sure enough, when she gets back to Miami, she looks at her car, and man, this dude took a key or a screwdriver or something all the way around the vehicle, and it was jacked up.
If you ever have an altercation with a person in a parking lot, and I know this because I've had a few, you can't leave your car where they are the last person with it. Like, you can't leave and then go, all right, I'm going to get on my flight. And he's right there by your car and he knows where it is. And he's already a crazy guy that would yank open your door and yell F-bombs at you. You have to park in a different area away from him because, I mean, it's just a guarantee he's going to do something to your car.
So here we are. You got all that damage to your vehicle. Now, what do? Is there anything you can do to report this to the police? Can you get the camera footage from Miami International? You would think that it would be there. Well, that's what Amy was doing yesterday, was reporting on that. And you said it took you 3.5 hours, and it doesn't sound like it was very constructive, Amy.
Yeah, I live up in Palm Beach Gardens, so obviously driving down to Miami is a trek for me, but it's important to me to find out who this guy is and file a police report. Get down there, no problem. I wait maybe 10 minutes. Cop comes, meets me outside. Basically, the cop, in a nutshell, continues to tell me that the only cameras in the parking garage area are cameras that take photos, not videos. And the photo is taken when you get your ticket, when you first pull in, When you pull into your spot, there is a photo taken of your car, and then another photo is taken of your license plate when you leave. He told me there are no, quote, video cameras. So all those cameras that I see pointing out all the cars simply take a picture when you park. What was also interesting, as he was telling me this story, every time he mentioned a camera, it would be followed with, if they're working. So after convincing me there was no video cameras in the parking garage, and that there was nothing they could do because I didn't have his tags or anything like that. And even if I had his tags, it would be a he said, she said, unless he admitted it. So I pretty much left there defeated with no options. And on my way home, I just couldn't get past the fact that there's no video cameras in an airport parking garage in this current state of this world and after 9/11. So last night after work, I got online and I did some digging, and everything I'm finding online is telling me there are security cameras in parking garages equipped with surveillance, and even as much has been updated as late as 2025.
Wow.
So I would really love to ask your listeners if any of them work at the airport, are a cop and have had a situation they've handled at the airport, and is there really security cameras in the airport parking garages? And if I can get that confirmed, I think I'm going to go back down there.
Now, I am kind of curious because this may happen not at Miami International Airport. It could happen somewhere else where you're pretty confident that they have security cameras. Somebody's done something to your vehicle or something to that nature, and you want the footage. What do they have to do to give it up? Do you have to get
the cops?
Okay.
Because I tried to get the footage from Publix one time when Magnolia was attacked in the parking lot. And Publix won't give it to me because they know I'm a vigilante and I will go straight for the little girl that tried to hurt her and her mother and fight both of them. So Publix will give it to a cop, but not to a civilian. I bet you it's the same thing with the airport, and they don't want to be giving out random videos. You got to have the police involved asking for it.
Okay. Have you found any
kind of police officer telling me this?
It was a police officer that was telling you that they don't have the cameras?
Correct. I'm not talking to Miami Airport. I'm at the police department talking to an officer. They have a police department office on the airport grounds.
Okay. And so,
this is a cop telling me this.
Wow.
Our chat room's got a lot of good advice. They're saying you need to call Top Dog Law.
Yeah.
Or Hot Dog Law.
Hot Dog Law is the new
that one
competitor.
gets it done too.
Wow. So is a police report filed right now, Amy, for this?
No, I didn't waste my time doing it because he said there's nothing they can do. So he said, if you want the police report for your insurance, that's fine. But after talking to my insurance company, my claim will go up. So I'm not going to file it through my insurance. So I left because I just didn't want to sit there for another hour and waste my day and get stuck in the rush hour traffic.
Wow.
But if tides are changing, I'm not above being petty and going back down there.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out, because to me, this feels like a dead end when you have the cops that are telling you there's no footage. They're not doing a lot of help. Your insurance company's like, yeah, well, we're going to jack your rates, so you're going to wind up paying for this one way or the other. It doesn't sound like there's going to be any justice done for this guy for what he did, and there's really nothing you can do. And I assume they're saying that because of where this happened, that your car would not have been covered by any of the cameras that they say they do have at Miami International.
Well, they're telling me there are no cameras. Video cameras.
Whoa.
They said if the camera was working, it would take a picture of my car when I parked, which turns on the red and green lights that you see on the overhead. He said no video would have been taken to show him walking to my car, around my car, doing whatever he did to my car.
Yeah, I don't know. I just am curious what anybody else would do in this situation if you've done what Amy has done and here you are. Is there anything left to do, or you just have to take the L and just say, all right, stay away from crazy people, but good luck doing that in South Florida, especially at Miami International.
Unfortunately, sometimes in life you got to take the L if it's going to cause that much more problems, and it's a lot.
Learn from this that if you do have an altercation with anybody in a parking lot or anybody on the road, period, you can't leave your car where they can see it and hurt it, because crazy people will do stuff to your car. I know, because I've done stuff to people's car. I put mustard under this girl's door handle one time.
That was me.
Yeah.
Okay, I've done it twice.
So, Amy, so you talked to Miami police. Did you also talk to airport security? Are they two separate departments? Did you check that out?
Two separate departments. No, I did not talk to the airport staff. I only talked to the airport security. Airport police department.
Okay, that would be the only thing that I could think is maybe security might be more cooperative than Miami police at Miami International. But other than that, yeah, I think you might be at about a dead end and taking an L unless somebody else can figure out how to do this. So
you got to know somebody to be able to crack this case.
Yeah.
Somebody has to do you a favor is what it sounds like.
Okay, well, we'll see if anybody's got any insight on this or any thoughts on what Amy could do here. What would you do? Now, some people are trying to help out Amy, who we just talked to, and Jamie said, yes, there are video surveillance cameras in the Miami International Airport parking garages. She said, I Googled it, and it says that, and that's what she had done as well. And she said they already have the video surveillance that are there. But what they're doing right now at MIA is they're putting in even higher definition cameras. That's according to Google, at least. So I don't know if maybe it was lost in the transition. But somebody else said, look, we do the dash cameras, and ours video even when not in the car and the car is off. It's almost like you need that now because there's so many people that are trying to break into vehicles, and just when your vehicle's left unattended, there's so many jerky people that are jacking with people's cars.
If you have a business of any sort and don't have cameras, I would say get one today. You need a camera. People are crazy, especially if you have a business and customers.
They're only getting crazier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, one other person texted in. They said, my husband works for an insurance company, and he said it would be a claim under your comprehensive coverage, and your rates should not go up for that. You would need a police report for the insurance, though. But if you can get that, you should be good.
Or just do what I did with my car got keyed. Just leave it. Gives it character.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a low-budget racing stripe.
Yeah, people, they go, what happened to your Jeep? Bro, you won't believe what happened.
Yeah, you should see the other guy's car.
I have no idea.
Okay, I got some random questions here for you. Tell me, if you got offered a reset button for your life, would you push it? And if so, why or why not? What do you think, Bird? Would you hit it?
I don't know. I've been missing baseball a lot lately.
Okay.
And I wish I could have done that part over because I didn't do it right. And I did love it. But I also love my life now very, very much. And I think sometimes the things that you didn't take or just your journey in life kind of makes you what you are.
Yeah.
So it's a tough one, but I say no. At the end of the day, I'm glad where I'm at. And I'm happy.
Yeah, no life is going to be perfect, but the things that are good are so good that they way outweigh the bad. So I'm not going to be hitting. I mean, unless you've got the kind of life where just everything totally did not go your way.
I know some people like that where I feel like this hooker has a black cloud over her, and it's been there since I've known her for 30 years.
Yeah, I mean, I think a reset of your whole life is different than a reset of a part of your life you wish you could do over. And with that said, I do love my life, and I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah, I think if you're happy where you are and you feel fulfilled, even if it's been a bumpy ride, you have to realize the bumps brought you here.
Yeah, and I think everybody goes through that in life. And you look back and go, I wish I would have taken that opportunity. I wish I would have done that different. And I think that's different than wanting a different life.
None of us feel like we have a black cloud either.
No.
We're very lucky that we're healthy. Relatively, our families are sort of sane. Like, we're doing good.
I have a snack cloud following me.
Okay. Yeah, to me, this would be a total reset. That would include your parents. You're just like, I am taking it all away, and I will just take my odds with something else. And look, I get why a lot of people would say yes. I would totally hit the reset button on my life because I felt right out of the womb things were not good for me, and I really didn't stand much of a chance, and people may look at it that way. And as I'm asking the question right now on KVJ TV on YouTube, it's close to a 50-50.
Wow.
57%
said no, but 42% said they would hit that reset button for their life. They would push it and start all over again and just see what happens.
And I think you're all right when you say it depends on, are you happy in the current state? Do you like your life?
And then if your answer is no, Are you doing everything you can to change it, or are you part of the problem?
What if you've been taken captive? Really not your fault.
Okay, barring kidnapping.
Got you.
Okay, name one thing you've done that you don't think anyone else listening has ever done. I worked at a shawarma stand at Lollapalooza, and I don't think anybody else has done that. I think that is something that's pretty unique to me. That'd be one thing. Tell me if you can think of anything that you've done you don't think anybody else listening has ever done.
I mean, I know I have. I definitely know I have. I just, there's so much, it's almost kind of making me blank.
I hear you. It's overwhelming. All right, well, come back to me if you get
Yours inspired me. So I worked as the rat at Chuck E. Cheese. I was Chucky for quite a few years when I was in high school. And I went to work hungover one time, and I threw up in the mask.
Oh,
you're not
no way. Did you really?
You're not the only person to do that.
You think?
No way. Are you kidding me?
I threw up in the rat costume.
Okay, well, then we got to put it out there. If anyone's ever barfed while wearing a Chuck E. Cheese mask, we got to see if anybody else.
The Chuck E. Cheese outfit. It wasn't just a store-bought costume. I was in Chuck E. Cheese restaurant, and I was the mascot, and I Ralphed in the mask.
That's worthy of trying to find someone's actually ever done that. I think it's probably unique, and I imagine you probably have not got anybody else doing that.
You think other people have done that?
Oh, totally.
Okay.
I wrote an E.T. musical when I was a kid.
Nobody's done that.
You don't think anyone's done that? Really?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's just it.
All right, well, we got a couple things. You ever worked at a shawarma stand for Lollapalooza? You ever barf in a Chuck E. Cheese mask, or did you write an E.T. musical? Those are the people we need to talk to. We got more KVJ that is going to be coming up. It is called the After the Show. We do it after every single regular show, and you can watch it live if you like on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch. You can also get it where you get your podcast, and it's going to be on demand a little bit later on YouTube and Spotify. Okay, we were asking some people if they would hit the reset button on their life. It was kind of a 50-50. Then we also asked if you had done any of the odd things that we had done. Me working at a shawarma stand at Lollapalooza, Jbird writing an E.T. musical, and Virginia barfing in her Chuck E. Cheese mask when she was hungover while she worked there. Nobody's done any of those three things, but Jamie's mom, she said, when she was Minnie Mouse at Disney, she barfed in her mask.
Okay. So we're kind of like, distant cousins on this one.
Well, the thing I'm wondering, do they retire masks immediately when somebody barfs in them, or do they recycle them so someone else is going to have to press someone else's barf close to their mouth when they put it on?
Well, I can tell you at Chuck E. Cheese, I didn't want anybody to know I did it.
Oh,
so
no.
I just kind of cleaned it out as best I could and didn't tell anybody.
I love the fact that you think you're the only person to throw up in that costume. I think I knew that as a kid. People were throwing up in that thing.
How does it smell?
Oh, Kevin, so much pimply-faced teenage sweat combined with my vomit. That thing smelled rank.
So it just smells like barf and zit cream?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It's very bad.
It's actually going to make me barf now.
I think we got to go. All right, Bird, get us out of here with your thought for the day.
Go.
The danger of deception isn't getting caught. It's getting comfortable with the version of yourself that isn't real.
Oh, whoa.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.